Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Hello. Hello, everybody. I was just chuckling away at our intro again.
As you always do. It has been a couple of weeks actually.
It has been
since
time.
You have done that, but do you know? I think your webcam might need a little bit of a clean. It looks very cloudy.
Yeah, it does. Shall I go and get a duster? Hold on.
Sure.
You do some talking.
Blimey, it's been a long time since I've arrived in time to see the intro. I did want to say when you popped up, like a lesser spotted early Hannah. Yeah, it looked cloudy last week, and then it just seemed to sort itself out after a little while. So
I don't know.
I don't know if it's like bright or something.
Yeah, how's it looking with you?
Yeah,
because you're the only real.
Are you in a sauna? Right, so it looks a bit cloudy then.
Can you make a big version of it?
Let's put it full screen and have a look. Yeah, that's well cloudy.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
What is going on in this place?
It's not broken already, is it?
No, it won't be broken. It's going to be fine. It's just their eyes that are wrong. Maybe it's the lighting. What have we changed? What's been changed?
Nothing.
God, I hope it's changed. The thing is that if for some reason, I'm trying to think of what might have made it shit. There's so many people here as well. I don't want it to be shit. Doesn't matter. They can see us. Who cares about? Do you know there's so many streams out there, Jeremy, with such low quality, and tens of thousands of people womble into it like absolute cunts.
There's this one guy in a fucking wife beater looking up at his neck and up his nose, just talking shit about nothing.
Yeah.
And then they've got like thousands of people watching. And we're here with a 4K fucking camera and professional quality microphone.
Yes.
And actual humour. And yeah.
Can you imagine, when you look at what you've just described, it's a bit like that when you accidentally turn your front-facing camera on and you look straight at yourself and fuck me, I don't look like that. I'm sexy. And then you're like, oh, God. So that's the kind of image that the person is portraying. But anyway. Boo. Welcome in, Duncan. Welcome in, everybody. See, Vanessa is here. Slev is back. I'll clean it with a pressure washer if I were you. Do you know, if I clean it with a pressure washer, it's going to knock it out the fucking flap. It's going to fall 26 stories to the ground at, what the fuck is my made-up name? Borton Towers. Borton Towers.
Borton Towers. I call it Chatting House, and I still do.
So weird. I wonder
I'm
if
just going to... I was going to say, I might just reposition the camera slightly, and we'll just fuck around for a minute. Bear with.
So weird. I don't know. You still look like mystified.
Yeah.
What is wrong?
Very hot.
Oh, that's odd. It's been in the other room, but I can't think of anything that may have gone wrong with it. God, I hope something hasn't fucked with it.
I'll open up the thing as well.
Okay.
Do bear with us as we...
well, welcome in here to this, the 143rd show 143. Thanks very much for jumping in as we wonder why my camera, which is beautiful, is fucking us around.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? Because I've got the camera on this one.
Yeah. Hashtag professional. It's pretty professional.
It is when it works, but
yeah,
with the amount you spent on this camera, you do expect it to kind of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now,
I want to test it out something else.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna.
I'm a little bit worried.
Turn the camera off for a minute.
There's a lot of stuff you said there, Slev, and unfortunately, I'm able to read it because we're trying to do something else. But
it is. Hang on. I don't be studio mode at all. Right, the camera's going off. Everything else will remain. There you go. Have a grungy background. You haven't seen a grungy background in a while.
They'll prefer this.
Yeah. Oh, I need to just deactivate it, don't I, rather than just turning it off. Right.
Yes.
Turn it off.
Well, I'm going to keep reading things, basically. So we've got an amazing show today, although you can't see it at the moment.
Right. What's this say?
Maybe you can just...
Exposure, automatic. Let's turn it off.
It's not that.
It's not that.
Yes. So many things I've got written down ready to tell everyone about, and so many ranty things I want to rant about. I mean, do you know what we could do? We could go and get the other camera.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Unfortunately.
That's my face.
Yeah, that is doing the zoomy thing. That's not really what I'm looking to do.
I wonder.
White balance. That might. No. It is like there's something wrong with it.
Yes.
It's not even that there's something wrong with our processing. It's that it's broken.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to contact Elgato.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
God.
We better not be too funny today because...
I feel like we're intruded. I'm so sorry, everybody. But you know how it is. Things break.
Right, how do I turn off this?
We never planned for it to break.
There we go. Should be able to turn this back on now.
Okay. Do you want me to go and get a different...
We cannot switch to a different camera, unfortunately, because this is a 1080p canvas, and it would be...
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we would just be a tiny screen. So it's either cloudy or now-y.
It was working when I went to... Well, working last week.
It was cloudy for a little bit last week, and then it... At the beginning, and then it, like...
Oh, I didn't notice
sorted
that.
itself out, yeah. So it may just sort itself out.
I'm just wondering whether... Because it just sits in the other room, whether it's got any humidity in it. And it's got some sort of problem. I'd hate it if that were that.
Oh, it does seem like there's like condensation inside it or something.
Yeah.
But we're trying to clean the screen on the outside. It actually needs to be cleaned on the inside.
That would be terrible.
Which would explain why it got better as the show went on, because it warms up, it dries out.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be fine. We'll stick with it. We can cope. Steamy windows. Yes, sorry. I like things to be super professional.
Me too.
And I really love it when it is.
Probably more so than him, actually. I get a bit anal.
Put it in a plastic carrier bag. It gets rid of camera condensation.
Okay.
Well, we'll do that.
Yeah,
After this...
Not right now, though.
We will do it. Stick it in a bag of rice. Alex is clear. Jez is blurry. We'll live. That's the best way, really, isn't it?
I mean, what we could do is... Bear with me.
I'm going to drink my wine. Is get really close to it. Is show off the corner of the room that...
Yeah. I mean, that part is unfortunate.
Oh, I see now what you've done now is you've put me under the chat there.
Yeah, and now everything's better. You can see me, you can't see him. No, what I was actually going to do is, then move this shit over that side.
Oh, I see.
Why aren't you moving? Come on.
Secret room corner.
There's that on that side.
Need more Christmas tree. Yeah.
And
man, this is wine.
Logo. But now you're cloudy on that side, so that's not helping anything.
I like it when I'm not cloudy and you are.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's turn the chat off completely.
Okay.
And maybe even the logo off completely.
Yes.
And then sit in the middle, possibly. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, good idea. Let's do that. All right. Well, maybe it will stop and we'll go away, basically.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. Basically, I got this feeling that the camera's fucked, and now I'm gonna have to contact Elgato.
Yeah, I mean, it's still be under warranty. You haven't had it that long, have you?
No,
because we only started doing 4K shit
this year. Yeah,
and we did it on your phone for ages.
Yes, so I know there won't be a problem. I just have to.
It'll just be a few weeks without it.
It's a faff, and I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
and I want to fix things.
But I mean, that's this right here is better than nothing. I think. I'm just going to shimmy it a tiny bit.
Big day for fans of Jez's midriff. This is the content we all came for, isn't it? Yeah, you got to see Aletha's secret corner where she works at work. Her work corner.
It's looking tidier than usual, actually.
Yes.
So, did I say that out loud?
It is.
She's not here.
She isn't here. Well, welcome in, everybody. Sorry it's been a very strange one. I'm really glad that you're all here. A lot of you here right from the off. Slev's here. Slev put a lot of stuff up there. Can you just want to scroll up? At the risk of...
And sorry, you're going to see my midriff again, because I'm just being as it isn't the position. I'll put it back here so that I can actually
read shit.
See the chat.
Loads of people in today. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes. Obviously, people turn up when it's broken.
Yeah, of course, right. Listen, that's the perils of doing this sort of shit.
I do feel like it is improving, though. So it could be the issue that you mentioned.
Yeah, if it is, then wherever I store it, I just won't store it there.
Yes.
It's not like I store it out the window. Thank you very much for the bits.
Much appreciated.
Tamsinaki and a little picture of a dog. So, 143. Time marches on relentlessly, and thank you very much for joining us. Don't get me started. So many things that we've got pissed off about, and probably so many things that you've got pissed off about as well. I mean, it's easy to do.
It becomes increasingly easier every week
Yes.
to be fucked off with things in our world that is slowly burning around us.
Yes.
And not even that slowly anymore.
No, quickly.
Mm.
People are real cunts. Have you noticed that, everybody?
I've noticed that.
Reflect on it just for 10 seconds.
He's right, you know. People are cunts.
People are cunts, man.
Yeah.
And that's the main problem.
Mm. Right, let's scroll up and catch up with the things that you said.
I saw Dr. Fruitbat's here. Hello, hello, Duncan. Hello, Dr. Fruitbat. Now, here's an interesting one to ponder. Thankfully, I don't have any kids and don't have to sit through the dross that passes for kids' TV these days.
Some of it's all right.
It's not Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
That was shit.
Which never actually had a proper ending. Anyway, I was looking back with rose-tinted spectacles until I remembered the MC Hammer cartoon. Dear God, that show was shit. His name was Stanley for a start. There was an MC Hammer cartoon?
I mean, of course there was.
There rings a bell.
There was a cartoon for all of the, shit rappers of that period. Like, there was a Flavor Flav cartoon as well, I think.
All he said was, yeah, boy.
Yeah, but he wore a clock around his, top on his chain, didn't he? So he had that as his gimmick, and that was fucking weird.
Do you know, I said at work the other day, I've been doing a lot of Warhammer.
Don't we know it?
And in fact, so much so that I've even bought the
the Warhammer.
Got
a bit of light read in there.
The Warhammer Codex.
I have to scroll back down in case they're saying other things now.
Just a bit of light reading, all about the various things about Warhammer.
Mm. Duncan, you're spot on. Louis is better than most shows that we had as kids. Louis is incredible.
And
good old Aussies.
The symbol for the Space Marines is like a big upside down horseshoe kind of thing, or a right size up horseshoe, depending on your horseshoe perspective. And I was saying, they were like, when you play this, it wasn't at work actually, it was down in folklore. When I play it, are you going to play? Once I built and painted all my models, are you going to play it? I said yes, and they said, are you going to get beaten by someone immediately? And I said yes. I said, but what I'm going to turn up with is I'm going to turn up with all my stuff and all my beautifully painted things, and I want to have a spinning Space Marine bling around my neck, like outrageously ridiculous, like Flavor Flav might have. And everyone,
you should get like an old, I say old school now, and that's how old we all are. An old school WWE Championship belt, the John Cena spinner. Put the symbol in it, and just wear it, and just be like, and just.
I should even play that because, like, you can't see it on this, but they do have a kind of a thing there, and it's quite a well-known symbol. If you play the game, if you don't, obviously, like anything, it isn't.
Well, if it's a horse show, that's quite.
It's like an upside down Omega. If you have the Omega symbol upside down, flipped for real. And honestly, I was just pissing about. I was like, I'm gonna get it on a spinning chain, and I'm gonna kind of like put all these jewels in it, and I come in and swag and blah blah blah, and they're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? And I think that would be hilarious. But everyone I told that to went, oh my God, that's so cringe, I can't believe you do that. And I'm like, you know that almost everything I say is taking the piss. But unfortunately,
I don't think people do understand that.
They don't.
Especially where it comes to like putting some of our stuff on TikTok and Facebook and all that kind of thing. And we say outrageous things, and people are like, no, it's not like that. I can't believe you said that. It's not like that at all. I'm like, comedy.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Nothing on the internet is serious.
No.
Stop taking it serious.
Just a joke.
Everything's a fucking joke. Lighten up.
Bring back the Bushwhacker battering ram as a finisher. They took Earthquake out with that one. Yeah. Vince McMahon likes big guys.
He does. Yeah.
Who's the biggest guy in the WWE at the moment, do you think?
It's Braun Strowman, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, actually.
Who's the guy that used to be the manager for AJ Styles?
Him, yeah, Omos. The giant Omos.
Someone has to be the giant.
Thanks, guys. We really needed that. we couldn't work that out for ourselves, that he's giant. It's almost as bad as in AEW, they have a guy whose ring name is Big Bill. Which is quite frankly the shittest ring name I've ever heard in my life, and there have been some shit ones. Giant Gonzalez was terrible. Most of the big men are.
Yeah.
I mean, I dropped Braun Strowman. He's pretty good because he can move, unlike most.
Like Jagger.
Men. He can move like Jagger. Probably better than Jagger.
Got moves like Jagger.
Jagger's old.
Yeah.
He's probably had 6 hip replacements.
Jagger can't move like
He's
Jagger
got
anymore.
hips on hips. That's how many replacements he's had.
Move like Jagger when he was younger. They don't clarify that in the song, do they?
No.
He's got the moves like Jagger did when it was like the 1960s.
Yes, I saw this in the Discord. The suggestion that's just been dropped for the C. We'll probably get to that later.
Got so much to say, so much to talk about, so many stupid things, and so have you. And we should really get into it. I'm just fucked off with literally everything, and that is what the show is about.
Pretty much, yeah.
But there is a light.
There is a light.
A shining light.
We are segueing in the exact same way.
I know, I love it. There is a shining light that we've all been partaking in. We got the...
He's got the moves like Jaeger.
He's got the moves like Jaeger.
That is a
the
great...
moves like moves. The moves like Jaeger, which is to go to a Comic-Con and spend more money than he can really afford to get some bullshit he doesn't want and will later sell. Is that the moves like Jaeger?
Presented with
Jaeger collects.
This is a good in-joke.
Can't pay.
Probably doesn't work for a lot of our new audience who are here. But there you go.
The thing that is the shining light is Minecraft. Who knew it would be Minecraft, Jeremy? 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Minecraft, and Brogan suggested, that's Batman Oreo, suggested we should have our own personal server where we could dick about to our heart's content. And despite the fact I've never played Minecraft before, I said, why the fuck not? And since then, it was the best thing we've done in an awful fucking long time.
It is, yeah. And I was genuinely happy and surprised that you didn't just block it.
Yeah.
And I thought when you went on it and got blown up by creepers like 6 times in the first 5 minutes, I thought that was going to be the end of it. But it wasn't. And yet we persist.
Yeah, we do.
So much so
yes,
that it's time for a new segment here on Don't Get Me Started.
Yes.
It's the segment that we now like to call, because Alex said it earlier and I'm like, that's a good name, Don't Get Me Crafted. And this is where we'd play a sting. If we had one!
Yeah, we should really get a good one for that. And then we can have like a little guy come along and like wank someone off. That's,
doing his wanking hand.
Like crafting things.
Like I've seen so much YouTube Minecraft content that I could easily just put together a little Minecraft like YouTube video now, because they use the camera angles and spin it around to look at the fucking derpy face on the guy, and they make them move the hand while they're talking, so it's like they're gesturing, but all they're doing is like punching the air or whatever the fuck it is. Anyway,
that'll be cool when we manage to put that together. Minecraft's wonderful, and in this segment we're just going to talk about the shit we've been doing on Minecraft. And I don't know really what the content was going to be, except to say that we put together a little thing just for this show, just for this channel, just for this group of this community. If you're watching this now, you could be playing with us,
as long as you're quick enough, because there are limited spaces.
Yes,
and I haven't had to kick my daughter out of the server yet, but that day is probably coming.
Yeah. So essentially, Brogan started it. There's a few of us in there, and a lot of us. Well, actually, maybe it's just me and Duncan. So Duncan the Singer's on it. I'm on it. Aletha's on it. You're on it. That's 4. Karis is on it. Why did I do it like that? I can just do that.
There will be no separation of the fingers.
Karis is on it. Brogan's on it. Am I missing anyone? That seems like it's everybody.
And my daughter.
And your daughter.
Yeah.
If you want to come and join it, I think Reese might join it.
Reese is definitely interested.
Yeah.
I very briefly spoke to Reese earlier today because we were supposed to be recording the effing racing show. We convened in the room.
Yes.
To pre-go live. But Duff is on holiday at the moment. And while the cocktails are strong, his internet connection is not.
Is weak.
So we fucked that off until next week. But that is all to say, while we were supposed to be getting ready to do a podcast, he was replying to you fucks on Discord about getting involved with Minecraft. So yes, I think he is in.
You can go onto the video game section of our Discord. Does somebody want to hit the exclamation on Discord thing.
It came up earlier, but yes. Definitely.
So you can come and join us on the Discord. We can all chat there. We chat about all manner of stuff in the general channel, all manner of stuff in the video. There's a little section for everything, and you can find a place to go.
And I think there's soon just going to be a Minecraft
section.
We'll
put a Minecraft section, because otherwise it won't,
Yeah.
But essentially, I had never played it before, and it was very fucking irritating, because every time I try to walk through a door, I try and hit it with you move it with a hammer, and for some reason I jump up against it, and then the door closes, and there's a lot of, and I hit the wrong block and all that sort of stuff. I'm gradually curving those things out, and we basically stole someone else's village, and we tried to sleep in someone else's bed like Goldilocks, and then those people disappeared. Maybe they died.
They killed them.
And we murdered them. And then I made a little wall around it, and then everyone else moved in, and now they've made an even bigger wall, and now we've made a castle, and now we've made all these things, and then you had made a little shack.
Yeah, well, that was it. So before any of this happened, like the night that the day after Brogan set this up, I went on there, and nobody was to be found.
Nobody was
so
there.
I was like, all right, well, I'll just get myself set up, get some resources like stashed away. So fucked off with stepping out of the little hut that Brogan built, which was the little starter place, and there just being a ton of bad guys there and dying every 3 seconds. I fucked off and built myself a little shack next to a river. It's very lovely.
It is nice.
And a mine down the back of it. And then promptly got... Mine looks like a shed, actually. I should...
It does look like a shed, Tamsin. You should come and join us, Tamsin.
If we'd planned this a little bit better, I'd have had some screenshots to put up.
We can do that next time.
Crafted.
Yes.
There'll be some clips and
there are some screenshots
pictures and things
in there at the moment. You can go check them out.
So I built my little shed. I'm going to call it a shed now and change the name. And then I put it down again and just walked away. And then while I was busy last week, you guys went fucking ham.
Yeah, we did full ham. We just made all this shit.
And I turned up on, I think it was Saturday.
Yeah.
And just looked in awe at all of the shit that you had created.
What was crazy is that I was just responding to everything, because I don't understand how the game really works. I'm like, how do we stop these things from attacking us? It's like you build a little wall. I'm like, what if I build a bigger wall? And we make it like a castle. And then Brogan turned up and was like, what the fuck? And then we extended it further. And then Duncan said, ill-advisedly, I'm going to make a bigger wall, and then stood at the top of it and had to fall off it.
Let's be clear, that wall was not a functional wall. It's just, I'm going to build a bigger wall, and he literally just built a wall isolated away from everything else.
And then I went on there the other night, after I'd been around to you, and Brogan has built a church, and it's incredible. Guys, you've got to join this server just to see. I know it costs money to buy the game and the online bit, but it's so good. It's so good. Essentially, Alex built... I'm going to build... He never fell off, that's true. I'm kind of... listen, why let the facts get in the way of a good story?
I climbed his wall and then tried to jump in the water to not hurt myself. But I jumped too far and overshot the water and landed on the land, literally next to the water. I want to make Borton Towers. There's lots of things I actually want to make. Now, all I'm obsessed about is making interesting things. I wanted to make a massive tower block that just fucking goes. Yeah. I'm interested to see how high things can go.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been up in the clouds on there.
We're going to make this thing big.
And it does get kind of foggy, like this camera. Although it does look like it's a bit better now, doesn't it? So
what I will say about this thing is that I have an idea of how it should work, but it's not like my idea or your idea. It's all of our ideas.
It's a community-based
come thing. And add your shit to it. Really do. It's so joyful and fun. And we sat the other day. You'd said come around to mine to watch WWE Crown Jewels, Jewel, probably singular. And I said, I'll definitely come over, and then kind of got distracted when we all played Minecraft. So, listen, I don't know how long...
I was there watching it and making notes for my,
So stupid.
Stuff,
at one point, I don't think Will's in tonight, but Will came in, but Will hasn't got the ability to play it and talk at the same time, so he's a bit lost, and we can't explain to Will how to play the game, because he can't go on Discord chat and play the game at the same time.
Yeah, if you would like to get the game, would suggest doing it on a console or a computer or something. The mobile version is fine, but you cannot then use the mobile version and talk to us on Discord at the same time. So unless you've got two devices, then you can't do it.
It has been fucking stupid, and I watched Will fall off the wall, which was fucking incredible, and...
Why, I'm Danny Dyer, this is the wall.
And Brogan stole some llamas and put them right outside my fucking house. So every time I have to wake up, I see the llamas. And then most recently, Duncan decided that he was going to go and view his works from the outside at night when all the monsters turned up.
That's a bad idea.
And he went, I'm just going to pop outside. I'm going to have a quick look. Everything will be okay. He walked outside. A creeper turned up and blew him up and the wall up. We had to rebuild it. And actually, at that point, Duncan went, right, I'm going to bed then. And he went to bed, and we had to sit up fixing the damage that Duncan had caused.
Because that was it. After that night where we watched wrestling and played Minecraft, we then moved on and played a game. And I was up late, as I am, because that's my time zone now. And at must have been about 1 o'clock. It might even have been a little bit later than that. I was like, I've got like an hour before the next thing I have to do is I'll just jump on Minecraft and
see what's what.
And see what's what. Like, it would be nice to forge some kind of path between my shed and this new village, or at least work out how to get back and forth very easily. And I went on expecting to be the only one. Fucking Muggins here.
And I was here.
Is there. I turn up to the castle, and he's just there placing blocks.
Building a turret. I was building a massive turret. It was amazing.
We weren't on Discord at the time.
No.
So we were trying to communicate through Minecraft gesture, which is basically turning your character a bit and then doing the wank hand. But we did manage it.
Yeah, we did manage it.
Yeah. I just basically went as if to say, come this way, cunt. And he did.
I did. Followed you on your amazing path.
Yeah,
I made Duncan the path.
I made a path from the shed to the house of death that we started in, all the way over to the castle.
Can I just say something about that? Like, at one point, Duncan was being chased by some zombies, and he tried to run round the castle, but your path gets in the way at head height.
Oh yeah.
So as a result, he ran away from the zombie and hit himself full force into your wall. Anyway, it's been a laugh, and we keep doing stupid things. Mainly things keep blowing us up. And at one point, I said something like, I built this wall. I've made the wall really big, so now nothing can come over it. And then immediately, a fucking zombie came over the top of it, and that cracked up broken. So I just think you should all come along.
Yes, because it is better doing it with people. And so the more of you cunts that are there with us,
it's only really funny when you're there. So we might do a stream. We're looking to think we might do a little Minecraft stream if you guys are interested in that.
On this channel.
Yes.
Why the fuck not? Yeah. You know, in the view to adding more content to this channel. Yes. Why the fuck not? Right, I think we can probably shift this back over and put the chat back. What do you think?
Yes, I think so.
Let's make that so. So let's...
While you're doing that, I'm going to get a little bit more wine. The reason I'm drinking wine...
Oh, I put it in the wrong place.
Harmstone, in answer to you said, wine on a Tuesday, is because I bought some wine on the Sunday, and I'm still drinking it because I didn't finish it.
Bought some wine on Tuesday.
Now I'm drinking it on Tuesday.
I mean, us both fucking off at the exact same time probably isn't the most professional, but who gives a fuck, as you just said. Yeah, it's still a bit cloudy, but whatever.
So, that was Don't Get Me Crafted. Maybe there'll be more information. Maybe it'll be better if you join it. Fucking cunts.
Yeah, because you could get to be in the sting, being blown up by a creeper or some shit.
Yes, you could be in the sting. The next person to join is going in the sting. That might not be true. You could be in the sting.
You could be in
the
sting.
You could be the star of the sting. Especially if you do something stupid that we can record.
And let's face it, you will.
Yeah.
Because the whole game is stupid.
Do you know what would be good? Did you ever see, we would never do this, it'd be too long for a sting. But did you ever see Dallas? It was an old 80s
a very long time ago opera, I've seen it, yeah.
And it would split the screen into three. Two lines would come down like shh, like that, and the character would be seen doing three different things. Like they'd be like turning like this, and they go, you know, like the things they
pretty much like all like
70s
kind of intros,
but like that, you know, rather than just.
I've got a theme in my head that I think is Dallas, but it's probably Black Beauty.
No, that's Dallas. Black Beauty is. Oh fuck! I don't know how Black Beauty. Yeah, that's Black Beauty. Man, you're really good at themes today. What's
Isn't that like Hickstead or something? That's like that's show jumping on the BBC, I think.
Is it Ski Sunday? Can anybody tell me what that thing is?
There you go.
It is Ski Sunday.
I thought Duncan would know if anybody would know. So there you go.
What's this one? What's bam 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 ba da 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 da? Do you know that one? That's I'm sure. Dump dump dump. These are all 80s themes. I don't know who's gonna know it. The theme should be Kraftwerk. Down 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 down. That's Kickstarter. It was Kickstarter. Anyway. Alex bought the wine on Sunday. Didn't finish it on Monday. He will drink it dry on Tuesday. And on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, he'll buy more for Sunday. That's true, actually.
That's the way you do it.
Me and Aletha went to... Now, I don't go to a lot of these things, Jeremy, but I went to Fireworks because it was, remember, November the 5th. And
that's how it goes, yeah. Remember, it's that day where they put shit in the sky and it's colourful and fuck.
Now do Grandstand.
Grandstand was like the only thing I liked. Like the theme to Grandstand was like the only thing I liked about BBC Saturday Afternoon. And I actually bought a CD with the Grandstand theme on so that I could listen to it because I'm a fucking loser.
Grandstand is the best. Grandstand is the best. It's the best theme. It's fucking great.
You might want to consult your spreadsheet there, Harmstone, because Fireworks not on Fireworks Night is already in the sea. I'm pretty sure of it. We discussed that previously.
We went to it at Leeds Castle. I'm not a huge, massive, mega fan of fireworks. I don't hate them, but I won't seek it out. So if I said to her the other day, if for some reason the government banned all fireworks and we couldn't see it,
you would not shed a single
tear.
I
wouldn't notice that or mourn its passing. But I was very pleased to go there because it was a spectacular display, the best I've ever seen. And
I mean, any experience, it's nice when you're there, but largely, if you didn't do that, you'd just do something else.
And they projection mapped onto the wall of the castle, and I said, "That's really good. That was one of the best bits." And she said, and Aletha said, "That's one of the best bits. You didn't think the fireworks was good?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think. No, I mean they were good. They were amazing."
Well, if the projection was good, that bodes well for me, who didn't go to the fireworks, because they do the projection shit until like December. So
yeah, I said the projection was really good, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And then Duncan,
and it'll be quieter.
Then Duncan, and Aletha went and played Minecraft, and we were talking to Duncan about the and because it had really confused Aletha, and then we went and chatted on Minecraft, and we were telling him about the fireworks, and she said, "Oh, and there was projection mapping." And he said, "Oh, Alex will love that." And she went, "Oh," like that, because like it suddenly made it realize. She said, "Oh, I thought," because he said, "Oh yeah, Alex loves projection mapping," and I was like, it suddenly became it was glad.
I'm glad. Dropped,
yeah.
I liked it because I liked that
shit,
not because it was better than the.
No, I just I really enjoy it.
Do you remember the projection mapping that they did on the church in Cheriton for the Light Festival a few years ago?
Yeah, and that came up actually.
That was really good.
So,
but you didn't see it, so fuck you, I guess.
I just think maybe we should get things in the sea because I really feel like I'm fucked off with stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And why shouldn't I put things in the sea?
Why shouldn't you put things in the sea?
Why shouldn't you put things in the sea? Put things in the fucking sea.
Everybody can put things in the fucking sea. Let's play the sting.
Do it.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you'd love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
Get in the sea, the segment where we put shit we dislike in the sea immediately. And it feels like there is more and more. You think we'd run out, but it feels like there's more and more all the time.
Did you put your camera in the sea? Is that why it's all fucking
That's why it is
watered up or whatever it is?
I hope I didn't. I might have accidentally done that. If you want to put something in the sea, you can use your channel points to redeem that shit.
And if you don't have any channel points, hang around. You'll have some in a minute.
Gather some. Gather ye channel points while you may. Ye may.
I think Harmstone's having a stroke. Like, he's getting things wrong left, right, and centre, and now he's written, "Margaret, fire up the spreadsheet."
Because it's C. That's what he's going for. Spreadsheet.
Okay.
It's a joke based on the rhyme between sea and sheet. because they're getting the
It
C.
certainly is.
That's it.
I'll give it that.
Should we?
I defy him.
You defy him all the time, mate.
To say that this was deliberate.
He will tell you now it was deliberate. Harmstone, I'm right. Is that
maybe I'm having a stroke?
silly?
Maybe it's not cloudy at all. I'm just in the process of a stroke.
I think that's what he's done. Silly Jez. I love how Jez has only noticed this after I do it every week. In fairness, I have to say,
He thinks I pay attention to him.
and that's true.
It's cute.
It was the first time I've seen it as well. Actually, we saw it at the same time, which I think was strange.
There you go.
Shall we see what everybody else has
Yes, let's
suggested?
Let's go back to as early as we have.
Oh, that's it.
H-bots, something to put in the sea. Hand dryers that do fuck all. And it's funny that you put this in the Discord as well. And a mere moments after reading it, when you put it in the Discord last week, I had reason to use some hand dryers, and they were fucking shit. And it was just like,
oh god, it has to go in the sea, surely, because do you know the one near me at Cafe Gammac? This Cafe Gammac is a coffee shop near us, and they must have bought theirs when they were first created. Their hand dryer, it's like first gen.
When they put hamsters in them,
it
to make
puts
them work.
out nothing like about the a hamster's farts power onto your.
It's just such a waste of energy.
It's so shit.
Like literal electricity. Why would you bother having them at all if they don't actually do the job? You might as well just not. I'm just like, fuck you. Dry it on your pants.
You do like this for a while, and he goes, and you're like, oh fuck me. And I'm glad in a way.
There's usually someone waiting behind you, waiting to use the
hand
hand
dryer. I better hurry up then, and then you just wipe your hands on your trousers and fuck off.
Yeah, you might as well wait longer, mate. You're not going to get anything.
The other day, I was in the bathroom somewhere, and somebody just foregoed the hand dryer experience entirely, and just wiped his.
It's forewent.
For God. I just think they just fucked it off. They were just like.
So wash their hands.
They washed their hands, just put it straight. Just like they weren't have. They were
They'd
like,
been there before.
I've been here before. I've been here before. Now, I mean, we are delighted in the world of Dyson hand in.
Well, that's the thing. I have in one of my many jobs I've had in my life. I used to sell hand dryers.
Really?
And there are good hand dryers out there.
When you say do you sell them door to door?
No, telesales.
I really like the idea that you were hoiking round. This is what it looks like.
I did know people that like went round with the hand dryers to demonstrate them, like
door to door hand dryers.
Yeah, I didn't do it for very long, but one of them was booking in a rep to go and show off the shit, and it would be showing off hand dryers and those little pedal bins that you put sanitary towels in women's toilets.
Oh yeah.
And then eventually those things. Not like urinal cakes, but those like things you put in the plug hole of a urinal.
Yes.
That became very popular about the time that I was working there. Yeah. It was a shit job, but I at least gleaned from it that there are hand dryers that do work.
Yes. And
they're made by Warner Howard and Dyson and everyone else.
The ones that go, when you put them into a Dyson one, I'm like, this is going to be okay.
I did go to a shit Dyson one the other day, though.
Oh, really? Wow.
It said Dyson on it, and it was like, this is not doing anything.
I was reading a thing about, this is on the same subject as people who use TripAdvisor just to do humble brags. When I was reading one about, I was looking for restaurants in Canterbury one time, and someone had just mentioned they'd gone to a restaurant just so they could mention they'd met and dined with the Archbishop of Canterbury. And they're like, I went to Salt.
Who gives a fuck?
In Canterbury. I'd already eaten that night as it happened, because earlier that evening, I've been spending time with the Archbishop of Canterbury. I'm like, is this just a place for you to tell us?
It's not even that humble. It's
no,
just a
right?
brag.
I want a segment all about TripAdvisor. I can find the worst TripAdvisor thing. That must be a thing, right? Because they're so funny, and it's so many things. And especially, I used to like it when Googie's, which was a local Folkestone shit coffee place, too expensive, badly laid out, shit drinks, and
it was called fucking Googie.
It was horrible, and the manager was always wrong. So he told everyone that they were wrong, even when they were right. And I love that sort of shit. But someone on this thing had put, and it wasn't Googie's, but one of the Canterbury ones I read, was like, I went to this place, and they'd done like 2 stars or something like that. I went to this place, the food was divine. Amazing stuff. The staff, wonderful. Brought our stuff over, so attentive. The desserts were beautiful. Everything was perfect. I went to the toilet, and the hand dryer didn't work, 2 stars. And I was just like...
I think it's fair.
Everything about the place was perfect. He went to the gents. It didn't work. He fucked it off. And that was it, basically.
Yeah. At Tesco in Cheriton. It was Tesco in Cheriton. That's where the shit hand dryer was. Moments after reading this message from
Tesco
from
in Cheriton. They had some really good ones. Then they replaced them with stupid wasp
They are wasp fart strength. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. Well, I don't think we need to discuss this one any further.
Let's stick it in the sea.
Into the sea go shit hand dryers.
Yes.
And they can go in there because they don't work anyway, so it's not like you're electrocuting anything.
Yes. Yes. What's next on the things we want to put in?
Still waiting for the immunity idol. Fuck off. Fireworks, not on bonfire night. They can fuck all the way off.
Have we not put this in the sea already?
We have, but here's a token sploosh because it's already there.
Do you know, I got home the other day, Jeremy, and I got into bed, and I don't think Aletha heard this because she was brushing her teeth, and I was...
she does it really fucking loudly.
Can't hear it.
I punch myself in the face.
Got to commit to the bit.
Yeah.
I got into bed. I think we'd just come back after seeing you, and
so you got into bed and picked up your Switch to play Minecraft
immediately. But I remember getting to bed, and I remember whatever I've been doing. I've been up until or maybe it was Friday night. That makes a little more sense. So I got into bed, and it was 1:40 in the morning. I remember it was like 1:40 or 1:30, something like that. And I was up late, and someone fired fireworks off, like about 10 or 12 or something like that. The bam, 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 a couple of streets over. And I'm like, I looked at my watch, and it was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, 1:30, mate?
It's actually illegal.
1:30 fireworks?
You're not allowed to do them past 11 o'clock.
What is wrong with you? Who just went, do you know, mate, I think we should fucking fire those fucking fireworks. No.
Probably teenagers.
No.
In the park.
No.
Kind of Radnor Park direction.
It was, yeah.
It really hurt my face.
Yeah.
That really fucking hurt. Punched myself in the face.
There is, well, you know, a lot of people want you to do that because they are unable to reach through the camera and do it for you. So
I did it for you. There you go.
You're you're so pro stream. You're so for these guys. You do anything for these guys.
And for many, many bits, I'll do it again.
Yeah, some more bits. Jeremy will punch himself in the face. He'll do it. I don't get it. The thing about it is that if you are not, and I should say it, Leeds Castle was so perfectly timed, and I know that they will, and I can only presume they've got a bit of software which is connected to all the various things that no one's running around with little bits of stick lighting stuff.
We've got to move quickly. I'm not going to get to the other side.
My
light is not working.
Somewhere Tchaikovsky's rolling in his grave. Do it on time! Anyway.
There's a reason I had that beat there. You cunt.
No, it's so perfect. And like there was a bit where they were going, they're playing all these songs, and there were definite times when the bangs had to go off, and they were really spot on. And A, there's no reason not to have it at that level, so you should go to a proper display. But B, it's massively dangerous to do it in your fucking back garden, and you don't know what you're fucking doing. And it annoys people and animals. There's no reason for it to happen other than at displays. Don't do public fireworks, like the general public.
Don't do private fireworks.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, the general public should not do private things.
You cunt.
You
don't
Stop
do fireworks. Go to Leeds Castle.
Go to Leeds Castle. By the way, you should go to Leeds Castle. It's really good.
I mean, Leeds Castle's great anyway, fireworks or not. So.
We went to see a falconry display,
and
I saw birds of prey, and I have to say, whilst it's been well known that there was a bit where we saw a duck, and I was like, "What is that?" And Aletha went, and I went, "It's not that easy, is it?" And it was like they were looking at a bird, and she went, and I'm like, "Is that Now look at that. Is that a goose or is that a duck? And she took one look at it, and there was some hesitation. I went, well, but no. And we went. I'm not a big fan of.
I've already heard this story, by the way, but not from Alex. So it's quite interesting hearing it from another perspective.
Did she say that? Oh, she got in there before me. Yeah, she. It was only a little thing, but like I was looking at something, and I was like, "Is that?" And she was like,
Well, actually, no. She's out there trying to completely destroy your street cred by claiming that you knew it was a duck and correctly identified it as a duck.
Oh no, there was a duck as well.
Unfortunately, it was a falcon. So
it's a hawk. No, I went to that.
Well, ducks really go for it.
Despite my hatred is too much, of nature,
duckenry instead of falconry.
Off you go.
Just got a duck to stand on your arm.
It just doesn't do anything. I kept trying to make
Fucking ducks. Who'd have them?
Wouldn't work. I adopted a duck though. I have to send it back. They told me I can't keep it. But it was a really great display, and I have to say I was really well impressed with it. But I do worry about these things they're in cages. I don't want to get into it really, but anyway, yeah, that was a good time. The other thing that was there, people are cunts.
Oh yeah, well, this is well established.
Maze cunts, I've written here.
Maze.
I can't put this in the sea because it's already in the sea. But it annoyed me so much I wrote it down because we were doing the maze at Leeds Castle, and there was a bit where we were trying to find our way through the maze.
As you do.
You do.
That's the point.
And we came around the corner to a bit where there was 4 ways intersecting. So it's a reasonably large area where we'd come in from one area and there were 3 different ways out. So it was a real proper node of places where people can go. And at that point, a woman and her 3 mates had all stood on this section and were deciding where they should go.
Don't fucking stand still in a maze.
They're standing still.
Just aimlessly walk in a direction, and when you get fucking turned around, go back the other way.
They were just standing. I'm like, it's bad enough people standing in my way in, like, the precinct where there's loads of spaces in a pedestrianised area. But you're in a fucking maze! What the fuck do you think you're doing? Oh, and by the way, right, as they were trying, I was like, can I just get round? And I was going like this to try and get round her. And she, for some reason, was completely oblivious to me right next to her trying to get round her.
Because people are cunts.
Because people equal cunts. And they basically, then as I was going past her, she was saying to her friend, well, I'm pretty sure I know the way, she said, because, and I'm not kidding, she said, my mum came here the other week and she did the maze and found the way through.
Well, yeah, it's for fucking children. I've taken groups of 9-year-olds there who bossed it in like 15 seconds, and right? You can't do it, you useless prick.
And the thing is, what I think about this is that, like, she's saying, if we stand there for a moment and have a think about this, maybe I can recall information that your mother had 2 weeks prior that she will have recalled, passed on to you.
Just get out of the fucking way!
How on earth would you possibly know? Oh, I think this is reminiscent of Node D3, which my mother charted, the master cartographer that she is, and passed on to me. Fuck off! My mum came here the other week. My mum came here? That's what you're hanging your fucking hat on? Maze cunts. Can you imagine? Can you imagine standing in a maze, honest to God, and saying that someone you knew had been there recently? I was there last Sunday. Imagine you went there next week and said, Alex came last week.
Yeah, that's it. You'd be like, I know Jez likes Leeds Castle. He's probably been here. I'll just channel my inner Jez to find my way out of this maze.
Which way would I go?
You should never channel your inner Jez, by the way. It's only left for the professionals.
It was bad enough the people at the centre of the maze were trying to give their friends help. Because the thing about a maze is that it doesn't go the way that you think it should go. So when the person's like at the centre going, oh, it's like, Connor, just go right, Connor. Look, you can see it, go round. And like Connor can only see like this. So the person at the centre of the maze smugly telling Connor how to do the thing can't direct them. Oh my God. I can't put them in the sea because...
You don't really know how to define it.
Because people standing and get in my way are in the sea.
Yes. But you can't just put maze cunts in the sea.
Can we just put maze cunts?
Just put maze cunts. We can do what we want. Maze cunts.
The fuck what maze cunts are going in the sea?
Loads of them.
What's next on their thing?
Did
fireworks on... Oh, no, it's already in there, isn't it?
A suggestion from Karis. The phrase, so jarring.
It's so jarring.
Apparently that is the latest teenage buzzword. They found a thesaurus, and jarring is the word that they have picked out that we were all using, and now they have bejowied it to death, which is another phrase that is an in-joke.
Oh, well, I mean, I say something's jarring, but then but that's a word.
It is a word, but as in literally everything that...
Oh, it's so jarring, mate.
Yeah, everything that is a little barrier or they come into conflict with, everything is so jarring. Oh, that's jarring. Oh, so jarring. You know, in the teenage kind of way.
Yes, that can go in. Do you know what? I was speaking to my friend Fliss, and she said that people are now saying at school that some things are neek, which
Neek,
is...
as in short for unique.
No, it is a portmanteau of the word nerd and geek to say that it is uncool. You're so neek because you are a loser. Not least the fact they're saying geeks are losers and nerds are losers, but if you put that shit together, now you get the word neek. So you're a fucking neek, mate. And they were talking about the choir that Duncan runs. Like, that choir is so neek. And I'm like, well, go fuck yourselves, man. But, like, you know, kids are idiots, obviously.
Yeah, that is shit. I don't like that.
No, so...
That's just another way that people are...
Shit kids say.
Yeah.
Can we just put that in there? Kids are idiots. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Stupid teenage phrases that we've all been saying for years, but now suddenly they think they're cool because they found a thesaurus. Pray see that.
Put it in the sea! Just reading what Hannah said. Oh my god, yes. This happened when I was trying to get into Bath Abbey the other day.
Well,
a family just stood in the doorway in the line and wouldn't move, even though I was doing the awkward British shifting thing. It's like, people get in the way.
Could I just please?
I put here also. Is that the end of the things?
It's the end of the sea as we know it. That's the top. Yeah.
Yes, but I think Tamsin said something because she couldn't get it in there. So we either have to look and see what Tamsin said.
Oh, fuck's sake, Tamsin.
Because she said...
Oh, yeah, this is it has brought up the other thing that happened this week. Yeah, my daughter Hannah accidentally threw her toothbrush in the toilet. She was not happy. She really liked her toothbrush. And now, obviously, she can't use it. And she was gutted. Like, proper bawling tears, like, of disappointment.
What kind of toothbrush was it?
It's one of those toothbrushes that has a little, like, lid that you can clip on it in the shape of... I don't know what this one was, but she's had, like, a dinosaur and a crocodile and a bee. And, like, I don't know what this one was, because, frankly, I don't pay that much attention to a fucking toothbrush. But whatever animal it was... she was gutted to lose it. And the response that she got from me, Shark, thank you, Karis. The response that she got from me was, well, that'll teach you to fuck around. Have you seen how far away the toilet is from the sink? You were dicking about, and that's what you get. Maybe just use the toothbrush to brush your teeth, you prick. And that's parenting.
Oh, man, I'd probably cry if I threw my toothbrush in the toilet, too. Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, these things are all in the same area. I suppose, you know, it's surprising it doesn't happen more, really. I mean, it doesn't happen to me, but, I mean, I get it, I guess.
Less toothbrush, more poothbrush. There you go, Hamster, you've redeemed yourself for that bullshit you said earlier.
I did say that I should be the Archbishop of Canterbury if I'm not going to become Pope, which I'm glad Tamsin is supporting me. I will one day become Pope.
I'm sure. We believe.
I'll bless this wine and drink this wine. Yes, that's pretty fucking sacrilegious. I'm sure my brother will hate it. Cheers.
Good evening, Ali. Welcome in. And anyone else that's lurking about in the background there and hasn't said anything. Ah, there it is. Thank you, Tamsin. Get in the Sea has sold out, but I would like to nominate instructions showing how to wash your hands in places where it's impossible to follow those instructions because there is a wall gate at auto hand wash thingy.
A wall gate? Auto hand wash.
This hand dryer's a bit shit.
What tune is this?
Stargate.
Oh, is it?
The context is important, otherwise the joke doesn't work.
That's true. I understand now. You can't. I would like to nominate. Well, I'll tell you what. You have to wait until next week.
Yeah, because Can I put in the C suggestions that are too long to possibly even fathom?
Instructions that you can't follow.
Instructions that are impossible to follow. Okay, yes, that seems like a good compromise.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine. Which one do we want? Oh, this one's pretty. Instructions that you could not possibly follow, even if you wanted to. Alex moved around and I couldn't press the button.
Sorry.
Just drag the mouse down. It must click button. Have you got anything else for the C?
I've written beep cunt. I really want to...
Maze cunt, beep.
Happened on the same day, Jeremy. I got beeped by a guy as I pulled out onto the left-hand side of the road, the right side of the road. I pulled out to turn right, and someone came towards me, and they beat me for being in their way, basically.
Seems reasonable. Yeah. Maybe you're going in the sea. Carry on.
Maybe. No, but, like, I wasn't in their way. They basically... They just...
You'd crossed the path and cleared it, and they just beeped you because they were like...
Yeah.
No!
Yes, yeah. Okay. Basically, it was at the Leeds Castle bit. They directed us to where to park, but the last part of the process was a bit... Is it this one? That one looks... Is it that one? And as we went past, the directions to go in that way from the other direction are very clear, but the directions from where we are, we probably just need one more little sign just to go. It's definitely there, because it looks like a tiny fucking bit. And by the time we went past it, we're like, oh, that was the place. So I had to drive up and turn around and came back on myself. And as I was waiting to go, it was on a kind of a bit of a blind corner on the left. So I really had to creep and peep to make sure the left was okay. Same on the right, but I had a bit more road to see on the right. So I was like creeping out. I was good on the left, because you really don't want to fucking drive out into that. As soon as I saw I was good on the left, I went out and there was a car clearly in the distance. And they drove. And as I came out, basically, I came out on the other side, and I know I wasn't in their way because they didn't hit me, is the way. And that normally has one more caveat to that, is that they were speeding up and going over the speed limit to get to me. So what happened was, he drove as fast as he could to get to me to beep at me, to make sure he could beep at me, but I wasn't in his way. Well, as soon as I got onto the other side, so he kind of like came along, and it was a 20 mile an hour area, and he was doing...
Not 20.
More than that. Let's just say more, really clearly, obviously, ahead of 30 miles an hour, trying to really get to me. So I gently came out, as you should do, looking both ways, came across the road, and he kind of went, really leant on the horn. And I'm like, that seems super unnecessary. And you had to manufacture it. And the fact that he was speeding up towards me and still didn't hit me means that everything was fine. It was just like, you had to break the law to still not prove your point. Oh man, it fucked me off so much.
But there are people
so
like
angry with
who
him.
Just like, even though there was actually nothing wrong, they will beep anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm an angry road ragey cunt, and if you have fucked around, you will get a beep from me. But I'm not going to go and find reasons to beep at people. If you get a beep from me, it's because you are a cunt, not because you've just pulled out with plenty of time. And I want to.
Terrible prick. There's no way to put him in the sea. I just wanted to say everything about that place was so wonderful. You had your fair share of cunts. It was incredible.
That said, people who cut you up by like pulling out from a junction in front of you,
yes,
and then don't put their fucking foot down to get up to the speed limit, they can go in the fucking sea.
100%.
They might already be in the sea.
They probably should be.
That fucks me off a lot. Armstone, check the spreadsheet. People who cut you up and then don't get to the appropriate speed. That seems like it. I'm just going to press it because, why not?
Do it. What annoys me is getting on a slip road and someone kind of gets onto the slip road ahead of you.
Oh, people can't use fucking slip roads. It does my head.
Speed the fuck up. The other day, I got onto the road going up to Canterbury, and someone ahead of me, I was trying to get on there, on the slip road, and they were on the slip road ahead of me, and I couldn't get on, and they were going at like 30 miles an hour. And I'm like, this is seriously very dangerous. I need you to speed the fuck up. And they were like, fuck me.
Yeah. Likewise, when you're coming onto the motorway, people on the motorway who then don't let you out of the slip road, I'm like... Ugh.
People who don't let you out, oh my God. And worse still in a way, the domino effect of that, I was trying to come out, and the guy to my right was trying to overtake me at the same time and was hanging level with me, so I couldn't... So I can't let those guys out because the guy has now decided to like... And I tried to speed up, and he sped up, and I tried to slow down, and and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are people such cunts? Can anyone answer me that? Can anyone answer me why people are cunts? It's not you lot. Obviously, you guys are wonderful.
We do gather the non-cunts.
We do.
And also the cunts.
Bring you in. Look, see, Vanessa even likes Stargate. Bloody love Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate's epic.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, the sink has opened into another world. Chevron tap. Activated.
Because it's a thing around the
Stargate.
Yeah.
If you were cool, you'd know. But
I know. I feel really uncool
you're not,
now.
You're a what was it?
A twat?
A neek.
A neek.
Yeah.
You're a neek for liking fucking Stargate. You fucking neek. You fucking neek.
So jarring.
It's so jarring.
Should we move on?
No, I want to keep saying these things. Yes, let's move on.
Anything else to put in the sea?
No, but I've got stuff I need to talk about, but it probably doesn't need to be working now.
Okay.
What's next?
I'm quite excited to move on to our next segment, actually, because I have found 2 examples of this segment that are just so this show. It's the segment we like to call Today I Fucked Up.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew he fucked up.
And Alex still laughs at the sticks.
It's such a funny line.
I will be disappointed the moment that he stops laughing.
No,
at the sticks, actually.
it's so neatly
He will
done.
laugh forever.
As someone that doesn't even really watch Law and Order, I just kind of, or really is not the right word in there, does not watch Law and Order. I still really enjoy it.
Right, I'm going to go first.
Please do. I'm going to drink my wine.
Today I Fucked Up is a segment in which we read stories from people who have royally fucked shit up. Normally with hilarious consequences, very often made up. Today I fucked up by playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my girlfriend.
Now, I've been playing that. I
know!
I love to see, actually, I've stopped playing at the moment because Minecraft. Anyway.
Minecraft or because this is him.
Ah.
You can be the judge. Today I fucked up by playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my girlfriend. A little over a month ago, my partner and I were itching for a new co-op game to sink our teeth into.
Me too.
Not to play, just to get the box and go,
You bought it online, so it didn't work.
We had heard a lot about Baldur's Gate 3 and decided to give it a shot. It took a bit to get hooked due to the turn-based combat, but once we got into it, we haven't let go.
Of course.
We finished our first playthrough roughly 2 weeks ago, and neither of us got to romance the characters like we wanted.
Why? 2 weeks? It took you 2 weeks to do the game?
Well, not everyone plays the game 24/7, Alex.
Yeah, but it took...
Oh, you mean it's quick?
Yeah, that's super quick.
Oh.
We've been playing it for
Not everyone has to go to work, Alex.
What is that the only thing you're doing? How is it? Anyway.
We decided to boot up a second playthrough to focus on romancing our preferred companions this time around.
Vulva 2. This is the game where you get... Yes, Keris. Where you pick the wrong vagina. It's like Vulva 1, Vulva 2.
Oh, yes, I remember now.
And I couldn't tell the difference between them. If they were put right in front of me, I probably could have been able to tell the difference.
I mean, Baldur's Gate just screams innuendo, doesn't it?
I can't wait to get into Baldur's Gate.
I can't wait to stick it in a Baldur's Gate.
I'm going to go in water deep. It's a really good joke. Fucking
neek.
I'll go in her Forgotten Realms, do you know what I mean?
He just popped himself.
Carry on.
Okay, I'll do this little bit again. We decided to boot up a second playthrough to focus on romancing our preferred companions this time around.
Mm-hmm.
I chose Karlach. Karlach? I'm going to go with Karlach.
Oh, really?
I chose Karlach. She chose Astarion.
Oh, really? I thought Karlach wasn't a... Oh, maybe that's interesting.
My partner can't seem to get Astarion to want romance.
Yeah, Astarion's a cunt, that's why.
My partner can't seem to get Astarion to want to romance her due to their conflicting interest. Those certainly are words, sir. This time around, Karlach was all over me. For some insight into our relationship, Touch and words of affirmation are my love language. My girlfriend's a little more reserved and casual. Again, those certainly are words. Thank you very much. Hearing Karlak's character announce her feelings to me Announce her feelings to me was something I would have never expected. I found this and now I'm confused because I can't even read it. Let's try that again.
Something that Karlak has said.
Hearing Karlak announce her feelings towards me was something I would have never expected.
Yes, because this person's love language is words of
affirmation.
Words of affirmation. Yeah. And now you've got a character in the game using words of affirmation.
Okay.
So that's probably quite sexy if you kind of like that. If a character in a game starts talking to you in the love language you like, which I think is what this person is saying.
Okay. It honestly threw us both for a loop. That's the wrong through, by the way. They've written through rather than through, as in yeet. We're laughing and having a great time until I select a dialogue option for I love you. And her character responds, I love you too! Before going on a tangent about her feelings. My girl jokingly rubs her hands across my crotch before noticing I'm rock hard. At this moment, she gets quiet and eventually asks to stop playing. I try to see what's up and she's questioning why I got so turned on. I explain to her how affectionate I am, and hearing that rebounded, even from a video game, caught me off guard
it's pretty,
and turned
realistic.
me on.
Sorry, yeah, it's pretty realistic as a game, you know. Like,
yeah.
I can see that.
I told her she's the only person I want, and I love our dynamic, but sometimes it's still nice to hear those things. She ended up sleeping on the couch, and we haven't really spoken about this since last night, but I feel like this won't be the last I hear about it.
I don't think so either.
TLDR, got hard from a video game my girl and I are playing, and she got jealous. I'm so confused, Alex. Could you please explain what the fuck has just happened?
Well, it's my understanding that the character Karlak this guy must really like affection and, you know, just romantic praise. Being told, I love you, you're the best thing that ever happened to me, you're really, really great, and I can't think of spending my life with anybody else. And all those love language phrases like words of reassurance. And the moment that Karlak, who is a character in the game, started saying those things, it triggered him to be like, oh, that's pretty cool. In a similar way, if your love language was talk fucking dirty to me, and the character was going, I'm going to fuck you, blah, 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 you get the same trigger because they're talking in your language. So he's getting all hard because it's just like talking in the language. She's like, So it's not the first time I think someone's put sexual content into a game and then someone's been like, oh, I kind of like this.
No, in fact, Karis has just reminded we've had it before. It's the GTA lap dancers all over again.
Yeah. I will say something is that I didn't know Karlak was a playable character because I may have shot Karlak in the head. So,
well, maybe Karlak is not a playable character if you shoot him in the head. That's probably game over for Karlak, if we're honest.
So
his love language probably isn't a bullet.
I don't want to spoil how they get. Dr. Fruitback, did they get to the scene where you fuck a bear?
I'm sorry, what?
I haven't got to that scene. Rule 1, by the way. There is a bit after you save a town in Baldur's Gate where, like, they say, tonight we're going to have a big party because you saved this town.
You can spoil it. None of these neeks are playing it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And Dr. Fruitback probably knows all about it. But, like...
if he's fucked a bear, he's probably gone as far as you can
go. Further than I know, right? Once
you've seen a bear's Baldur's Gate, that's the end of the game.
Look, if you... I want to make a joke about bear, but I just can't.
Which vulva did the bear have?
Was it bareback?
Bear down.
So... fuck. I can't remember.
That's what you do, with the bear.
If you get to a certain point, if you save the town, save this little kind of community, which you don't have to because there's ways in which you might miss it. They have a lovely party, and then my character, I decided to. I can't remember. I think I just did it because you have to explore all the kind of. You talk to everyone, and you talk to one of the guys, and I was being massively flirty with him, and I was just like, let's see where that goes. And he kept saying, let's just enjoy the night. It's been a wonderful thing. And was kind of gently rebuffing me. And the moment I got gently rebuffed, I'm like, you're not gently rebuffing me. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I really want to spend more time with you. And he's like, no, go speak to your friends. I'm boring you. And I'm like, I said, no. You're not boring me. I just want to talk to you like that. And I kept relentlessly trying. I mean, it wasn't happening. And he can turn into a bear. So I don't know if that's the person which Fruit Bat is referring to.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been playing Baldur's Gate, not to the point of this, but then I met with a guy again. And it wasn't like I desperately want to see that guy, but every time I talked to him...
You were just fed up of being blocked. And
yeah,
so
was like...
You were rebuffed for the final time and shot the prick in the head.
Well, I'm playing a female drow, and she's not evil, because I don't think you can be evil if you're meant to be saving the world, as it were. But I play her like a pretty stone cold bitch the whole time. In almost every opportunity, there's normally a drow section where it's like, somebody's like, yes, I'll help you. Yes, I'll help you for money. Or maybe I can see my way clear to help finding you, and all these little things. And it says drow option. I can't believe you let yourself get into this situation. You weak-minded fool, I hope you die. And I'm like, that one? Even in situations where I'm like, this won't move the plot along. But it was like, I suppose I should skin you alive and eat your skin, and then eat you and drink your blood. And I'm like, and they're just like, oh, well, we wondered if you'd buy something from our shop, but maybe that's not a good idea. So, I haven't really...
Do you accept the bones, dust
that I've created from yourself? But yes, I do love Baldur's Gate, but this person... I mean, come on, man.
Get a fucking grip, honestly.
Honestly, on your penis while you're wanking it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Getting offended about anything that happens from a fucking video game or movie or anything. Like, honestly.
There's a bit where we went a bit too far, and
fucked about.
It said, "Do you want to? You can't go back if you go past this section." And I was like, "Well, there can't be anything else left to do here. This must be the movie. We've searched everywhere for the next bit of the game, so this must be the bit." And it said, "If you've done everything, move on to like effectively going to be chapter 2." So we went on it, and the next bit was Karlach rocking up and doing some devastating demon shit to one of our mates. And ultimately fuck him over big time. I'm like, oh shit, Karlach's pretty fucking evil. And then we went, oh, clearly we must solve his plot line before we move on. So when it said, have you moved on? We didn't know, because we thought maybe that's a bit for later.
I mean, that's a
it's
bit
not clear.
Of a shit thing, isn't it? It's like, have you done all of the stuff?
And we don't know.
How am I supposed to know what the stuff is?
And we didn't know. So as a result, we reloaded it. And he's like, we better go and find Karlach. And I'm like, yeah, we better, because otherwise you're going to get the skin turned inside out.
Fucking answers to give.
So I turned up, and we searched for Karlach, and we found her crouching down by a stream and hanging around by that stuff. And I crept up, and I crept up, and I crept up. And I drew my bow, and I thought, we are in. She's going to turn into a mega demon. And when she does, we are in for a fucking fight. Get ready, everybody. And I pulled my bow and shot her in the head and killed her instantly. And I was like...
That's the end of that.
I was like, exactly right. And we went back, and I told the guy we killed Karlach. He's like, thank God, she's a terrible person. But maybe I made a mistake. Maybe there might be some good in her. And I'm thinking, there isn't, because we skipped ahead and I saw that there wasn't. So we know we've made the right choice.
And also, she's dead now, so
who gives a shit?
Whatever.
But now I've heard that, I'm like, oh shit. Maybe all those kind of little bits of plot they were saying where
maybe you too could have been virtually jerked off by Karlach. Is she fit?
I didn't see her. She was too far away, and I shot her in the head. She looked, if I can, after I had to bring because the entire village had been destroyed by Karlach. So a load of villagers were like, will you go and kill Karlach for us because she's such an evil person? So the only bit I've seen of Karlach was her decapitated head. And she looked pretty fit. I would have fucked her in the head
would you?
stump.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Stumpy head.
Shall I read mine?
Please. Can I say, by the way, off the bat, this one is 100% fake. Remember, DGMS themed. Baldur's Gate, because he plays the Baldur's Gate.
I do. Today I fucked up by eating beans for 72 hours straight. I mean, that's a fake title, isn't it? It's written by the same guy who does all the other ones.
Probably.
It's a bit of a legend, really, isn't he? Today I fucked up by eating beans for 72 hours straight. My family was out of town for a week, so I made a large crock pot of beans. A large crock pot of beans is what I think of this. With ham chunks, something my mom cooked when I was a child. I kept them simmering for 3 days and ate nothing else. I played video games and ate beans for 72 hours. Life was great. Those beans tasted fucking amazing. It's just beans, mate.
And if he's saying that, then you know they're just beans.
Just beans. The night of day 3, on the 3rd day he rose again, in accordance with the scriptures, and shat his fucking arse out. Amen. On the 3rd day, my body felt like it was being taken over by the Antichrist himself. I got the sweats. I spent so much time in the toilet, I felt like I owed it rent. It is the same guy. Loves a little bit of ultimate description. My ass hurt and swelled up so bad. Did it? It swelled. When has your ass ever swollen, really? Come on, give it a rest. I was sitting on ice cubes trying to find relief. Things and smells were exuding from my... It's the same guy. Were from my backside I didn't know existed, nor would I wish on my worst enemy. After trying every medication I could find and experimented with every homeopathic solution Google suggested, I finally went to the emergency room.
Because everyone's got all of the things that Google would suggest as a homeopathic remedy just lying around the house.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I'll try this one. What's next, Google?
I have newt. Yeah, I've got some of that in the cupboard.
St. John's wort. The doctor in the the ER. The doctor in the ER that night looked to be about 28 and was model attractive. I told her, you could be a model. She was like, you bean cunt. That was the end of it. The doctor in the ER that night would look to be about 28 and was model attractive. You are model attractive.
28 is very specific.
I know.
If you're guessing someone's age, you're about 28, 3 months, 4 days, 6 hours, 10 minutes, 9 seconds.
I was watching Maps. I was watching Married at First Sight, and it was one of the early episodes, and this guy has just married this woman. It's like, for the purposes of it, Terrence marries Portia, and she says, I can't remember, she says, like, how old do you think I am? And, like, he does not lowball it like he should do. He doesn't, if he said, like, 18, 19, that's fucking stupid. You'd never say that. But he needs to hit around 25, 26 or something like that to make sure, oh no, my God, no, I'm 34 or something like that. I think she was 32 or something like that. And he sounded like 30.
48.
Yeah, he said something like, he guessed really accurately, and she was like, there's this moment of an eye twitch, like, yeah. Like, how old do you think I am? And he's like, I don't know, 30. And she's like, 32. Like, no.
No, you can't be offended for guessing accurately.
No, but like, he can't gain any points if he guesses that. He needs to bring it up. 27?
He doesn't need points. They're already married. She's already trapped.
No, it's all
Gives
fine.
a fuck.
I'll tell you what. I've got stuff to say about maths. Anyway, she looked about 28. I asked her and she was 29. I was very close. And was model attractive. After explaining my predicament, I've eaten loads of fucking beans, I'm a cunt. I was soon ass up, face down on an exam table so she and the nurse get a look. No. Then look up your ass, mate.
Doctor, get in here.
I've eaten a load of beans and I feel ill. Here, take some of these fucking name of medicine.
Probably antibiotics as well, because there's clearly some.
They're not going to look in
there.
your ass, mate, are they?
Yeah.
I know it's fake, but come on. They're not looking up your fucking arsehole. Oh, let's see if there's any beans still in there. She's poking the swollen mass that had grown out of my arsehole. No swollen mass has grown out of your arsehole, mate. And commenting how she's never seen anything like it. Because it was a lie.
A lie. He went up.
As she's poking the swollen mass that had grown out of my arsehole and commenting how she'd never seen anything like it, I felt a rumble I'd experienced many times those past 24 hours, and before I could react, I projectile vomited liquid shit from my butthole that splattered all over the table and the doctor twice. Twice? When it stopped, and then they paused like a cartoon character blinking the fucking shit away.
It's a bit like...
And then did it again.
Like Gary in Team America World Police. Just... Bah! Bah! But from his ass.
After getting cleaned up by a male orderly, I was admitted and given meds, which helped tremendously with the physical pain. The emotional damage was already done. I had another half dozen or so doctors and nurses look at my naked backside for the next 36 hours.
There aren't that many available doctors in a hospital, you bellend.
I prefer his earlier work.
Yeah.
Can I just say I prefer...
He's jumped the shark.
You have jumped the shark,
this
mate.
Fake Tifu guy.
You aren't... It's not your best work. It's not your best work. I'm going to say it's not your best work. My out-of-pocket expense for that visit was over $3,000. $3,000. Making that the most expensive crock pot of beans to ever exist. I'll be paying emotionally for the rest of my life. I mean, it's obviously funny to hear about eating beans, but come on, man.
Do you know what the funniest aspect of this is? That in the comment section on Reddit, people really bought this and did not think it was fake as fuck in the same way that we did, and were actually suggesting what type of beans they might have been that could not handle being simmered for 3 days, as opposed to just being cooked and then let to cool and then cooked again and all that kind of thing. Like blah 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 beans. If you don't bring them up to full temperature, then the bacteria within them doesn't die. So if you only cook it in a slow cooker for a little bit, then you're gonna get this.
It's not true.
Fuck off, doctor. This isn't real.
It's a lie.
He's made it up for kicks.
He's eaten fake beans. They're not real beans. Fuck me. Terrible.
Yeah. No, not a single person in the comments was like, yeah, whatever, mate.
We should get in there.
We should get in there.
Hi, yeah, to everyone that's suggesting ideas and suggestions, you do know this is total bullshit, right? And you're wasting your fucking time. Just thought I'd come here to help you out. This guy is a regular and serial poster of bullshit. We've read many of them out on our show.
He is notorious.
No, notorious. Yes.
So there you go.
Fake beans.
Very thoroughly DGMS themed today. I fucked up.
I want some more wine. What's the next section, Jeremy?
The next section, Alex checks notes, is controversial opinions.
Yes. That's so exciting. I'm going to get some wine.
Okay.
And then I also want to talk briefly about Married at First Sight.
That's fine. While you're getting wine, could you get some scissors so I can cut this in half and give you 2 of these controversial opinions? And while he is doing that, I will play the sting. We haven't heard it in ages. We haven't done controversial opinions in a very long time. So here it is, the wonderful sting by the wonderful Rooster Beast. Controversial opinions.
Controversial opinions, we hear them every day. You think you know best, no one cares what you say.
So some more wine.
Choppy pee pee.
Cote de Rome. Oh, this is really good. I'm having a lovely time, and I hope you're having a lovely time too. As we get angry and talk bullshit. Oh, thank you very much.
It was recently the 25th anniversary of the Choppy PP segment on Raw, where Kai and Tai cut off Val Venus's penis live on television.
I don't remember this at all. Oh my God.
Yeah. 2 of the members of Kai and Tai are still working in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Taka Michinoku and Dick Togo.
I thought there were only 2 of them in Kai and Tai, so...
No, Kai and Tai, before they were just the 2 of them, was a big stable of like loads of Japanese guys. They were like a Yakuza type stable first, before they became comedy Japanese dubbing joke that wasn't very PC. Really.
I see.
Anyway, controversial opinions. We share an opinion.
It might be controversial.
Yeah, it usually is, but it will definitely get the opinions flowing, if nothing else.
Yeah, so wake the fuck up.
Here is the first one. Another very DGMS themed one. Dogs are working class. Cats are middle class. Horses are upper class. Their owners tend to prove this perfectly. It's also why cats normally have such pretentious names.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Whoever wrote that, that's so well observed. Yes.
Perhaps not so controversial, but
I love it.
I think people hearing it may find it controversial.
There's obviously going to be some outliers to that and things, but I think in general that's fair.
I mean, I'm not sure about the cats being middle class thing.
I feel
because there are lots of, well, I don't know, maybe there are lots of really kind of fuzzy wuzzy pet name type cat things. It might have a name that's pretentious, but it's never called that because they call it like Mr. Fuzzywinks or something instead. But then that's quite middle class as well, I suppose, isn't it?
When I think about the person that owns a dog, I do. See, the dog doesn't quite hang together because I know lots of people who've got dogs and it doesn't always fit that.
Yeah, loads of cunts have got a dog.
But loads are kind of, oh, yeah, I've got a dog. It's going to fucking, I've got it on a lead, don't I? And then cats are like...
That's where you keep...
That's on a lead. On a lead, sometimes. Not all the time. Mm. Horses definitely work in that
you keep horses on a lead sometimes.
Yeah, lead them around.
Mm. Or a rein.
Somehow feels like it might fit a little, but I don't like it. I find cats could be a very middle-class thing. Mm. Leeds!
Did he mention he went to Leeds Castle?
I went to Leeds Castle, your father.
No Leeds there at all.
No Leeds.
Yeah. What about dogs that look like cats? You know, the ones that you carry around in a bag.
Oh, well, you see, that's the thing, because very, very cute little dogs feels like could be quite an upper class thing, or a middle class or upper class thing. See,
I think working dogs are working class.
Yes.
Other dogs are not working class.
See, we need to drill down into this a little bit.
I'll just edit it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Also, the only dog that's acceptable is a working dog. The rest can fuck off. Let's just get that right.
Like Alsatians and dogs that people use as like guard dogs, effectively. They feel like very working class kind of dogs.
But like, if you just live in a house, you don't need a fucking guard dog.
No.
So get rid of that shit. I'm talking like, seeing eye dogs and, drug sniffer dogs. There might be a narc, but still.
Like, your father said here, everyone's dog is a small yappy dog that they dress in little outfits, very middle class. So we could go further on this. Are we basically saying the type of dog denotes your class?
Yeah, it could do. Yeah.
The type of animal denotes your...
Yeah, the type of animal denotes what class you are. So maybe it isn't quite as clear-cut as this.
Did Leeds Castle get relegated from the Castle Premier League?
No, Leeds Castle's fucking incredible. It's one of the best castles.
Listen, all the time Leeds Castle was being run by Howard Wilkinson, they were incredible. But it's gone downhill ever since then, really.
Maybe there'll be a Disney Plus documentary about their rise back up to the Castle Premier League soon.
And that was the limit of my Leeds knowledge.
I didn't have any Leeds knowledge, so I just made it vaguely soccer-related with the limited knowledge that I have in that regard.
I have a picture of Howard Wilkinson in my drawer at work.
Good for you.
Sometimes I take it out and look at him holding the cup.
Leeds United wear white.
That is true.
And their
Leeds
logo
facts.
is blue and yellow.
Do you know, think about this, blue and yellow. Do you know what Leeds' nickname is? What the Leeds team nickname is? Would you make a stab at the Leeds
It's
nickname?
something to do with birds.
Just pick a bird. Because I'm going to agree with you. That's how it's going to work.
Jaybird.
The Jaybirds, yeah. The Leeds Jaybirds. I remember them. That's what they're called. This is all a fact.
Yeah. Just say it with conviction, because I clearly did as I was squinting. There and
that's us. See, your father knows.
You don't support
the
Leeds,
Jaybirds.
Mate. You support Boise. Fuck off.
Boise.
Should we move on to the next controversial opinion?
Men who say we're pregnant need to get in the fucking bin. You're not, are you? You're not, are you? Your wife/girlfriend is. She's the one going through the hell of growing and then birthing the bloody thing. Stop acting like you're going through it together. Well, you are going through it together as a concept.
Yeah.
But you're not going through the actual giving birth process together.
Like, the man in the relationship has to suffer all of the insufferable bullshit that the woman does as a result of being pregnant.
Listen,
he says
I
controversially.
have a tendency to agree. Men who say we're pregnant.
It is bullshit.
It does sound weird to me whenever I hear it. And I know it's a kind of a done thing, but as someone that doesn't have a kid or want kids, I don't really give a shit. But it does as someone who has had a kid.
Mm-hmm. I never said that.
I never heard you. In fact, I believe you. But you would never have thought of saying that.
I said my wife is pregnant.
Yes.
Or, Karis is pregnant, depending on who it is.
Mm. Yeah, if they didn't know who Karis was,
yes,
you would say my wife. And if they knew who Karis was,
I would say Karis.
Wow.
As is the order of things.
What if it was Karis you were speaking to?
I'd say, you're pregnant.
Ah, look at that. See,
just in case you forgot, I know it's been a challenging couple of months. You're pregnant. You're welcome.
Yes, they can say we're expecting, but saying we're pregnant feels right.
We're expecting.
We're expecting.
Fine.
We
Like, literally all the man is doing is expecting. Just like, is it out yet?
On the day
I'll wait a bit longer.
On the
I will
day
expect further.
you were that Keris was giving birth, were you handing out cigars in the? Because I hear people do that.
No, I wasn't. I was trying to find where the toilet was. That's what I was doing. When
Going around the hall,
she was ready
hand in the.
I'd been up for like 24 hours straight, and I needed a shit, and the notion of her being taken in for a C-section was like, no, I'm going to need to go for a shit before this happens.
She's trying to get something out of her body. You're trying to get something out of your body.
Yeah, so maybe we were pregnant. It definitely felt like it.
Did you need a C-section to get that shit out?
No, it just flew right out of me, actually. I was the envy of every woman in the ward.
Just came straight out. Easy as that.
It's just like that, girls. Don't know what you're whinging about.
A good way to include yourself in the thing as a bloke is to say, our lives are ruined. That's good. I like that.
I wouldn't say that now.
No.
maybe at the time, because I didn't know what a delight my child was going to be. But it can go either way.
It could have gone either way.
Some children are massive cunts.
No.
Mine isn't, though. She's beautiful.
She is wonderful. What was it she said to me that I can't remember?
she comes out with all kinds of stuff.
Amazing stuff.
As do most children.
I should really write this shit down, really, but it was quite funny. It was something about...
It was something to do with Minecraft.
It was something with Minecraft. I can't really... She did tell me to go to sleep. She's like, can you go to sleep? And then she said at one point, she said, how do I get into this fucking castle? Something like that. I don't remember. And I was like, you just go around to the front. She's like, just break my way in. Just break my way in. Break your fucking castle.
Yeah. That was basically the thing. Because they'd been dicking around and they moved the entrance to the castle on Minecraft. Hannah was trying to get in. And she's like, where's the door? And I was like, just keep going around the outside and you get it. And she basically said, I'll just go through the wall. I'll just break a bit of wall.
She said to Karis, when you die, can you stay on the death screen and get me some pudding?
Yeah, that was it.
When you die,
obviously you're not in the game, so you can't be hurt. So it's like, when you die, can you go get me some pudding, please? Fair enough.
Karis is like, I'm not going to die, and then fell off the cliff because once again she'd gone into her mind, edge forward, and then edge forward too much, and then died.
She did drop an F-bomb the other day, actually. Yeah. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like.
Shit. I feel bad because I was quite sweary the other day and she was right there and I kind of forgot. And I know the way you feel about this, but I kind of I try to restrict what I say. It's not on me, although obviously
I think it's on Married at First Sight. Actually, is where it actually came from because they were pretty damn swearing.
Oh, really?
Karis was watching it, but no, she was just sat there playing Roblox.
It was a mass sport. Okay.
And right next to me, she sat there playing it, and she just goes, "Ugh, fucking baby." and I was like, what did you just say, Hannah? She's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, no, I think you just swore, and that's okay. We're in a safe space. You can try out swearing here. I don't mind. But just so that I know, what did you say? She's like, nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. Right, because it sounded to me like you said fucking baby, and she was like, yeah. And I'm like, and what was the baby doing in your game that caused that reaction? And she's like, I don't know.
Just irritating the shit out of me.
It wasn't working.
What's your fucking problem, Dad?
So yeah, fucking baby. It was very cute.
Oh. It was Math's fault. I've got to talk about Maths, but we'll get onto that. It's not going to be a long segment. I want to do a quick Maths. It's just a segment. It's going to be called Quick Maths. And that's how it works. Segments coming in out of our ears now. Okay, your turn to read a thing.
Controversial opinion, the third. There should be a point when a pub becomes too busy to serve Guinness. It just takes too long to pour, and there are people waiting for proper drinks.
Like, I've never been in a situation where so many people... Is this from fucking Dublin or something? Where people are already so much Guinness...
No, they wouldn't say for proper drinks in Dublin, would they?
No, they wouldn't.
That wouldn't
That'd be the thing they would drink.
Yeah.
But, like, I've never been in a pub in my life where so many people are ordering Guinness at one time that all the bar staff are engaged waiting for it to settle, they cannot serve something else.
Here's the thing,
which is the problem this person is having.
How shit a bartender are you that you can't pour a bit of the Guinness and go and do other shit
and
while
fulfill
it's
the other rest of the order?
Like, yes, Guinness takes a long time to pour, especially if you want to do it properly, but you do a bit of it, and then you put it down and let it settle and go back to it in like
go and
30
fulfill
seconds
the other
to a
stuff.
minute. So then pour a bit of the Guinness, go and pull a pint of Foster's or whatever other piss people are drinking, get that served and paid for, and then come back, do a bit more of the Guinness. If you order a Guinness, you know it's going to take a while before it's in your hand.
Yeah.
So if this is really your gripe is with shit bartending, not with Guinness.
This is a very isolated incident. I'm just going to tell you now, I've been in a lot of bars, and I have never seen a place that has ground to a halt because of this.
I mean, what the fuck are they doing? You do a bit of the Guinness, and then what do? Just stand there and look at it?
If that's the only thing you're ordering, there's nothing else they can do. I suppose they could go and take the money for it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I can't really serve anywhere else, but...
You can serve someone else. Why?
Well, I guess you could serve someone else. Yeah, you could serve someone else. To say, I'll come back to you in a minute. Yeah. I just think it would confuse the situation of where you are, but you could serve someone else.
Take the money for the Guinness, so it's paid for, and then they've got to wait anyway, because what are they going to do? Fuck off without their drink?
Yeah, just say, hold on, mate.
You serve someone else, and then you go back to the Guinness.
Yeah.
It'll make for a better pour anyway. The longer you wait in between pouring each section of it, the better the Guinness is. So you're doing them a favour.
So what's the thing they've said in total here?
There should be a point when a pub becomes too busy to serve Guinness. It just takes too long to pour, and there are people waiting for proper drinks.
So once we got so busy that, you know, even one single Guinness is going to hold down
delay everyone else.
No, go fuck yourself. It's a drink. I don't give a shit.
Entitled bullshit. People can order
fuck yourself. Everyone order what you want. Your drink is going to take some time. Probably, you know, fuck off. No,
bartenders that don't know how to pour them.
Do you know, I was the best bartender that Chambers ever had, which came up before on this show, and I'd just like to say it again. But one guy was super slow, and he would always try and chat up these girls to no effect. He was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, you always get hopeless pricks.
And I'm like, and so like when he wanted to try and pick up someone and fail, he would slow the fuck down. And then when I was doing something where I was like taking the right amount of time, he'd like, come on, speed up. And I'm like, mate, you just spoke to those women for 10 minutes. Well, we've got 5 deep at the bar, you cunt.
Also, mind your own business.
You're hopeless and a prick. I haven't seen him for ages, so maybe he fell into the sea.
Let's hope so.
Don't understand why oven gloves are called that when they are obviously mittens. Oven mittens! String them together like a toddler's glove and be honest. I mean, my oven mittens are on one big
mittens?
long. Yeah,
mine are in one big long thing as well.
I mean, it's semantics, right? Who gives a shit? But they do make a good point.
It is a very good point.
Yes.
If you're going to be a pedant, you know, this is the way to do it.
Oven mittens. Oh, well, you know what? I've never actually referred to them, but now maybe I will do that.
Oven mittens seems reasonable.
Shall we all start calling? Are we down with that? I'm happy to do it.
Go forth from this time and this place and declare to the world that they are now oven mittens.
Oven mittens.
Unless you do have the separate... Well, no, they're still a mitten because you don't put your fingers in.
No.
Like, they haven't got finger gaps.
Who has ever made... No one's got an actual glove, have they?
Yeah, no one has actually got an oven glove with fingers. It's not a thing.
It's true.
There you go. Oven mittens. Although I do think I need to change from the stuck together oven mitten to like 2 separate ones.
Oh, do you?
Because I never really use both hands. And so you've just got the other end just hanging down while I'm using
I always use both.
There's no need. I'm usually only getting one tray out at a time. So...
I probably could get away with it. I just put them both on.
Yeah, I just want one mitten.
To rule them all.
Yes. They are called oven mitts, aren't they? Not here.
I've heard that. I've heard oven mitts.
That's an Americanism, oven mitts.
Oven mitts?
Yeah, that's not a here thing.
Maybe. I have heard it, but I haven't heard it for a while. I do hear oven gloves.
I just use tea towels.
Clever. Clever.
Dr. Fruitbat, obviously a dog owner.
How is... Class. You must have tea towels in your new place. You must be settled in your new place.
Yeah, with a bit more decoration done. You were in the throes.
I might be
decorating.
It's a small chance that won't happen, but I might be up your way next weekend. I don't know if I will, but I might be up your way. If I am, the chance of seeing you is also slim because you might be doing something else.
It's a million to one, they said. We still need to do that.
The chances of anything coming from Mars. I got a 6-seater dining table for 50 quid. 50, hey, that's good. Man, that's amazing.
Did you get the chairs with it?
How many chairs?
Otherwise, it's just a slab of wood, isn't it?
Everything's a slab of wood when you're playing Minecraft.
That's true.
Fruitbat, are you coming to join us on Minecraft? I know you said... Did you say texture pack or get the fuck out?
Basically. I did get the 6 chairs. Then that, sir, is a bona fide deal.
It's a steal. It's a sale of the fucking century.
And that was Controversial Opinions. Not Fruit Bat's Table, the other
Fruit Bat's Table. Fruit Bat's Table sounds like an amazing section.
Come to Fruit Bat's Table. We're coming up with all kinds of new segments today.
Fruit Bat's Table. Fruit Bat's Table. We do this thing. It's Fruit Bat's Table, and then like we just ask Dr. Fruit Bat something.
Questions about his furniture.
Yeah. Here on Fruit Bat's Table, what's on your table today? And he goes like, just some apples. And we go, hey, apples! Fucking love it, or something. I don't know. We'll work on it.
And it's a comedic segment, like a doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop-doop, and we play it at both ends.
If I did this every time, like, it would be something normal, and then he'd be like, a liver. And we'd be like, oh, yeah, like a lamb's liver. And he'd be like, no, a liver. And we'd be like, oh, that's a bit weird. And every week it would just progress until it'd be like the corpse of someone I murdered. And it would just keep going. Like, our normal, like, lighthearted segment would just get really weird and dark and strange, and then eventually be arrested.
But that'd be great content.
It'll be amazing. Mods or GTFO? You mean moderators to make sure it works properly, or modifications on the game?
Modifications on the game.
Also, I'm already playing a set. I don't have to. Okay, fair play.
Look, I'm already trying to learn what all the fucking blocks look like with the texture pack that Brogan's put in. Hello, Brogan, by the way.
Yo, Brogan.
I'm like, what the fuck is this red thing? Oh, it's like granite. Okay.
Incidentally,
why does it look like this?
Because I'm coming to Minecraft without knowing it before. It's all the same to me.
Yes.
But like,
I think you should suffer by coming to a normal game of Minecraft and be like, what is this looking thing?
I love the way it looks at the moment. But then I'll be like, oh, I need some oak hardwood or oak planks. And by the way, I don't really understand the difference, like logs into planks into. I just don't get any of that. I just don't understand it, and I just don't get it. But anyway, then like I'm like, oh, pick up these oak, and it's just dirt. It's not. I'm like, dirt looks like oak. Oh my god,
it does look the same in your texture pack. It doesn't look like that in regular Minecraft.
I'm looking through the inventory, and I'm like, I'm trying to find things, and I'm like, is that cobblestone? Oh, that's deep slate cobblestone. Fuck me.
Yeah.
But we were saying earlier, Brogan, we're having a wonderful time. Thank you very much for setting that up. And we're going to get more people. I know I can tell Vanessa and Tamsin, you've got to get on there. You've got to get on Minecraft. Start playing Minecraft. Yeah.
We're all going to chat in Discord, going to stream it. It's going to be fucking incredible. Is that beans? No, that's copper.
We noticed that copper, when you lay it down, looks like beans. And Aletha made an entire...
Deliberately. That is a picture of beans.
It's a picture of beans.
Like, that's not fucking around.
Copper has no actual real use in the game apart from making mine and Aletha's bedroom look like beans. And the walls look like beans. I really need to destroy that house and start again. It's a remnant of the old... What I love about that area is it started out as a village, and then we expanded my tiny... When I went there and I needed desperately to make a bed, I made a bed into a tiny thing. Then I expanded it. Then she changed it into Bean World. Then she put a pumpkin there. And then we grew it even more. So it feels like...
And then they murdered everyone.
And then we murdered everyone. It feels like... And there's the historical remnants and the legacy of the previous
things. You almost
things.
need to fence it off as like... you know, like you go to like St. Fagans and things where it's just like an old medieval village.
Yeah.
And it's
like... You're like, this is where...
This is from the before times. This is what our houses used to look like.
There's a bit of the remnant of my old wall, which I've left there. And I want to put a little sign up saying, the remnants of the original wall. And I take people on a tour around the place. I think when Hannah came in, I'm like, and this is the original wall. And she's like, fuck off, Alex. I don't give a shit. And I'm like, oh my god.
There will be a wiki for DGMS World. Oh my god, Brogan. That is next level dedication.
A wiki.
Fucking love it.
I started a little house in the village. Did you? Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool.
I'm going to build a tree house, I decided.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know where. I might build it outside the grounds. I haven't decided.
I made a little turret, and I tried to make it so what I wanted was to go round and round and round and round to a little room, and then round and round and round and round to the top. But space constrictions on how much I gave it didn't really work. By the time you get round and round and round into it, most of the
space is
taken up by the stairs eating into it.
And you can't even fit a bed up there now.
Yeah. Well, you probably could, but it's just that you have to go in it. I don't know. It's just a room now. I wanted to make some bookcases, but I have to find some books first.
I mean, the blocks float, so you could just, at the top, just expand it out into a little box room or something if you wanted.
Things, we'll work on it. Reese is on board. It's going to be good. I'll probably play some if I want to get out of this. But incidentally, I don't know how this is going to work, but I noticed that I was talking about the TV show Say Yes to the Dress, which is a TV show where brides-to-be pick their dress, and they pick loads of dresses, and some of them don't work, and some of them do work, and they look at lots of dresses, and they wear one, and eventually they fall in love with the dress, and then the person says, are you going to say yes to the dress? And then they say, yes.
This sounds shit. Is it? You literally just watch women go fucking dress shopping for their wedding?
Yes. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that might be that.
Like, if that is it, this is bullshit.
I don't remember anything else that happens in it, but...
Are they at least fit?
Yeah. Mate.
Okay.
That's not all of them.
Something.
Some of them are fit. But I was saying the other day, I was in the car driving around with I almost said Keris, and I don't know why, because Keris is out. I wasn't driving around with Keris. I was driving around with Aletha, and I said, we need to say yes. We need to tell Jez yes, basically, is what I would say. I said, we need to say yes to the Jez. And immediately I found that so funny. And now I need a segment where we say yes to the Jez. But I don't know what that segment is really going to be about and what we're saying yes to you about. So if you've got an idea about the segment, you can just workshop here a little bit about how we make the segment say yes to the Jez.
Perhaps I could come to all of you and you with outrageous demands, and you cannot deny them. Like, you have to say yes.
Yes.
And I'll be like, suck my dick. And you have to say, yes, Jez, I will. And things such as that.
Say yes.
We probably won't get past that first bit, actually. It's going to be a very quick segment.
Because if you said to me, next week, I want you to bring me 6 mince pies, I would say yes to the Jez. But if you bring me a Porsche, I probably won't bring you a Porsche.
It's not Thanksgiving yet, so I can't have mince pies.
You're forgetting the part where the other dresses are soaked in kerosene, thrown on a bonfire.
Will has arrived. Welcome, Will.
Welcome in. Thank you.
He did send... his mum sent in a note to explain why he would be late, so it's all good.
It's accepted.
Harass random women you think may or may not be at all. Yeah,
on the street.
I'm kind of at that point now. I'm like, are you the person that I mistake for Anatov?
And then the police come.
It's not Anatov.
Ding! Will, we're so sorry that we really want to onboard you and explain how to do Minecraft, but we need you to be on it and also able to access Discord at the same time.
You need a second device so you can be on Discord.
An iPad or a computer or something else to do Discord on and play it on.
Yeah.
Once you work that out, we'd love to show you, because this was the funny bit that I found hilarious, is that on Minecraft, I should have brought this up on Don't Get Me Crafted, but Duncan...
Isn't it all Don't Get Me Crafted while we're in this fad?
We are. It is, and how long it lasts, I honestly don't know. So you may as well get involved.
Got to get on board now. Because
you may as well play, because we're not going to play it for very long. It'll be over by Christmas. Just like the First World War.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm convinced it's Robin Wright. I don't know who that is.
She was in The Princess Bride, but more notably, she was the president's wife, and latterly the president herself, in House of Cards. I thought this came up. Robin Wright came up. House of Cards, yeah. Oh, welcome in, Ben of Absolute.
Like, not the main wife.
The main wife, yeah. The blonde, she's got... Yeah.
You know, Kevin Spacey's wife.
Kevin Spacey's wife is who he's talking about.
They're definitely not Anatol. Sorry.
Hold on, wait. Ben's in. Hold on.
Ben's in. I don't know what that means. Hello, Ben. Welcome in. You're about to have your mind blown by something.
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, so good to see Ben. Oh, yeah. Whenever I see Ben, I need to slew back on a good old horny goat. It's the tastiest energy drink I've ever had.
I meant to message you about this, by the way, Ben, and I forgot. I will do so.
Yeah. God damn.
But anyway, back to your Minecrafting story of Will.
So basically, when Duncan joined our server, it immediately
went downhill.
He literally went downhill because he drilled directly down and made a big hole in the ground. And when Brogan had rescued Duncan from the hole was still there. And then Will came along and fell down the hole.
And then a whale comes along.
And then with the strength to carry on, he didn't. He logged out immediately. Will not knowing what the fuck was going on, no one to guide him, no one on Discord to tell him what's going on. Will fell down the hole and then logged off. So
well,
then,
I mean, in the absence of Lassie, what was he supposed to fucking do?
right? And then Brogan came along and filled in the hole. And then Will logged back in again and found he'd been buried alive. And it was so fucking funny. Because he came in and he had no way of getting out of the hole and was just in a dark hole. And it's really quite funny.
Some skeletons lived.
We should blow up DGMS World on New Year's Eve.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
That'd be amazing. You coming down for New Year's Eve? By the way, if you're around for New Year's Eve, come out for New Year's Eve. I've contacted some people, but do come out. But yes, Ben, if you're horny for an energy drink, get Horny Goat. And that's not a bad one, actually. If you are literally hard for energy, drink this shit.
Is anybody horny for an energy drink? Is that really what happens?
When I am lacking energy at 2 a.m. in the morning to continue digging out cobblestone and making a turret in Minecraft, and I need to go that extra mile, I drink Horny Goat. God, Jeremy, I feel so energetic. We should go and play Minecraft after this.
Code DGMS 10 when they want it. Yeah, we're probably not going to.
No, we're probably not going to do that. Cut! It's not that bad. It's honestly not that bad. It's honestly, I'm into it. It's what's Stockholm Syndrome when you're drinking? Like, I've drunk enough of this and now I kind of like it.
Is it Stockroom Syndrome?
Yes. That's nice. I'll go get rid of that one. Get some more wine. I need to wash it down with some wine. Right. Oh, yes. Oh, by the way, quick maths. I don't have time for the maths.
Say yes to the jazz.
Say yes to the jazz.
It's time to move on.
We need to come up with... Oh, I've got that. Let's move the fuck along. We'll talk about maths another time. But honestly, I've been watching... Quick version is I've been watching maths and they're all terrible cunts. They're literally
Which is why people. I'm not watching it.
Let's get to the end.
This is the end.
I'm so glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining in. We're coming to an end and we're going to go to this segment that we call Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Liquid Stockholm Syndrome. I've drunk enough of that Horny Goat. I kind of like it.
You can go last.
It's not offensive.
So I will go first.
Okay, well, allow me to pour the remains of my wine.
Of course.
Pour the wine.
And what is the wine choice? Because, someone will
There's
ask.
not very much left, is there? It's Côte de Rhône. It's Tesco finest. I believe in Julie, the winemaker.
Julie.
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 Yes. Julie Riflenack.
She makes a lovely wine, Julie.
Easy for her to say.
Okay, sure.
Let's do it.
He's got his wine. We're ready to go.
Ready? We're gonna. This is it. This is the end. I'll see you all after this on Minecraft. You better be there.
In DGMS World.
DGMS World. Sign up.
I'll see you at 2 a.m. if you're still there.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the arsehole?
Yes, you are.
That was very curt.
Definitive.
Just like,
Doing a power thumb.
Am I the arsehole for insulting a hotel guest based on his intelligence?
I mean, I think it's fair. Case closed.
If they're thick as fuck, then
they
can
deserve
be
it.
Called thick as fuck.
Hey.
I, 24F, work in housekeeping as a part-time job while I study nursing here in NZ, New Zealand. While servicing a room for a man from America, and I sighed at this because some Americans think they're always right, he brought up my accent and said, "Are you Scottish?" And I replied, No, I'm born and raised here in New Zealand. And he replied, "No, you're definitely Scottish. I took language back in college. How long have you been in New Zealand?"
Just hearing Aletha giggling as she walks
Cackling
away.
in the distance.
What indeed?
I just let him off that time and said, "I'm not Scottish. I've lived in New Zealand my entire life."
All my life.
but that class sounds interesting. She lied. A couple days later, he was due for another service.
I bet he was.
Giggity. And he said to me, "Hey, look, it's the Scot that refuses to admit it. How was your haggis today?"
What? What the fuck is going on? What the actual fuck? Yeah, I never really see trolling in real life. I thought it was just on the internet. But here it is.
Here it is. Then he chuckled. And I replied, "Hey, look, it's the American with an IQ of 5.
Boom. Roasted.
He was immediately insulted and spoke to my manager, who said she'd handle it. This is racism. They're probably the same race. Unless she's Aboriginal New Zealand, but
What a knob.
I get your point.
Indeed, Brogan.
After talking to her, she told me that while what I said was not okay, she was proud that someone stood up to him.
I wonder if her manager was also a born and bred Kiwi, as it were.
Apparently, he'd been asking why everyone working at the hotel was Scottish,
Did he think he was in Scotland?
and refused to believe it when we told them otherwise.
Person's been dropped on his head.
So, am I the arsehole for insulting him?
No. You're a hero to not the arsehole, roll credits. You're a hero to us all. God bless you. This is racism. To imply one race is, one is not, as it were. Yes.
Well, they're all the same race, whether they're Kiwi, Scottish, or
It's
there's no race in this. We don't know the races. We know the nationalities,
The nationality.
but we don't know the race. It's prejudicial. It is not racist.
It's bullshit is what it is.
This can come off.
It's just throwing it on the ground.
I took it and threw it on the ground.
Not the arsehole.
I threw the rest of the cake too.
Happy birthday to the ground!
Do I still need this? Oh yeah, I need it for the title. So we can push a button. But I don't think this needs a whole lot of discussion.
No.
Am I the arsehole for insulting a hotel guest based on his intelligence? No. What a prick. You are not the arsehole.
Boom, get the stamp, take it. So our image looks all right now, doesn't it?
Yes, so I think wherever you've been keeping it,
Don't.
Yes.
I think I know where I was keeping it as well. I'm going to keep it there. It's going to be in the way of TV when I try to watch Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
And
also, maybe get like a dehumidifier in the other room, otherwise it's going to fuck up all of your shit.
yeah, I think it's okay at the moment, but I'm a bit interested about that.
Yeah.
Right. Am I the arsehole for asking...
Yep.
I forgot to do the thing where I let you say I'm an arsehole. Right. Okay.
I mean, it is implied at this point. Everyone knows you're an arsehole.
I know that. I realise that, but I feel like I've got to do it right. Okay. Am I the arsehole
Yes.
for asking the lady sitting next to me at a concert to stop knitting? Is Tamsin at this fucking concert? Stop knitting!
Tamsin doesn't knit. She crochets.
Yes, but unfortunately it didn't say that, and I couldn't make the jump without saying it, so I said it. That's what I said.
All right. Guess that's me in my place.
I said it! Am I the arsehole for asking the lady sitting next to me at the concert to stop knitting? Stop knitting, I said.
Am I the arsehole?
Oh, dear. Princess Rail, how's it going?
Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
It's good to see you. Can't wait to see you again. Probably won't see you until February. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping in. What did we send? Oh, I gave him the package, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Of the beans and the stuff.
Yeah,
So
it was like beans and keyring and
maybe the
sea
actual
pass and the sea
beans, they're
and
kind of the
things.
beans that taste horrible.
No,
You
the
know-
actual beans, they're like a normal tin of beans
Yes, but-
with our branding on it.
Yes, and also the jelly beans that you tried on that.
Oh,
Ari
did
liked. Yes,
Did you get those?
Yes.
There you go.
Were absolutely horrid. Was it? Yes, you did. Those beans. They're the horrible beans.
Yeah.
That sometimes the
I mean, I put this package together months ago. I can't remember that shit.
yeah, I happen to remember that he won the
bean boozled.
the bean boozled. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here.
Did you just sit there eating them one by one? Like,
Yeah. Did you go? Oh fuck, that's vomit. Jesus.
I'll have
Fair
another
play,
one.
man.
Yeah, that's bugger. I'll have another one.
Oh man, I just can't. I bloody love jelly beans. They're like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, you really got away with that because we didn't do that at all on the 24-hour stream.
Given how much I love jelly beans, and given how we had those there, I'm surprised.
And how much we were just doing whatever the
random
fuck
shit
to fill time. Yeah, not that we didn't need to fill time.
No,
it did go.
No. Oh my
apart
god!
from the middle of the night, it went
where
quite
we
quickly.
almost lost our minds.
Yes,
when we couldn't beat anyone with John Cena. John Cena. John Cena couldn't beat fucking anyone.
That game really is shit.
It's terrible.
Honestly.
No wonder they sold it to me for like 22 quid.
Yeah. Anyway,
right.
Would you like to start again?
I will. We're at the very end of the show. If you've just joined us, like Rail has, we're at the end of the show. Last, am I the arsehole? So get involved.
Last hole.
Am I the arsehole for asking the lady sitting next to me at a concert to stop knitting? I went to a concert tonight at a seated venue to see a folk singer.
Must be nice.
The music is relatively tame / quiet and fairly emotional, in my opinion. Seeing this artist is a pretty immersive music experience, at least for me.
Welcome to music.
I was really excited to see this particular show at a seated theatre, where it's easier to just focus on the music. I'd venture a guess that most of the people who would go to this type of show are going because they're emotionally invested in this person's music. You're really setting it up. I get it, because the person knits. We understand.
So there's no mosh pit at this folk concert?
No, they're not killing in the name of. They're not knitting in the name of. Knitting in the name of. Show starts, and I noticed the woman sitting next to me directly is knitting. Odd, I thought.
Not really. You're at a folk concert.
But yeah, they're a fucking,
all bets are off.
You're all fucking hippies. One person's smoking weed, one's crafting a wicker basket, and this person's knitting. Get over your fucking self. What are you doing? Nothing. For a minute there, I lost myself. Odd, I thought, but okay. But as the show went on, I kept finding myself so distracted by this knitting. I must have tried for a solid 30 minutes to ignore it. But the constant motion in my peripheral vision, plus the quiet clicking of the needles, kept stealing my attention away from the show. After a while, I thought, shut the fuck up! She didn't say that, but I would love it. It's like, that's what it'd be like. You're ASMRing the... I'm going to take this shit off you in a minute. How am I meant to read?
Carry on.
With you knitting.
Carry on.
They're going to get annoyed. Hold on, wait. You can start again. The quiet clicking of the needles kept stealing my attention away from the show. After a while, I felt like I couldn't focus on the show at all. And all I could think about was whether I should try to politely say something. The woman was with a partner, and I noticed on their other side there were 2 to 3 other open seats. So I finally... Okay, that is quite annoying.
You've run out of disk space again.
Oh, shit. I should probably think about that.
I will get it from the stream, hopefully.
So I finally worked up the courage to politely say something. I thought the best and least disruptive way to do that was to write a note on my phone and show it to her. So that's what I did. Was the knitting in time to the music? It does not say.
Killing in the name of...
Knit. Well, do what they told you. Knit. Do what they told you. The note said, this is a direct copy-paste.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up! Break the walls down! I'm so sorry to ask. And I know this is probably ridiculous, but the knitting is distracting me from enjoying the show. Would you mind... This is a long text message. Would you mind either stopping or moving one seat over? Again, I'm sorry. Seems pretty reasonable. I don't know. I assumed anyone who knitted in public, especially someone at this kind of very chill show, was probably a generally chill human. So I was not expecting the kind of negative reaction that followed. The woman gave me the nastiest look, let out an angry sigh, threw her hands up, dramatically stuffed her knitting stuff into her bag. This is Tamsin. Dramatically stuffed her knitting stuff into her bag, huffed and puffed.
And blew the house down.
Boom. Break the walls down! Huffed and puffed to her partner, and then got up and completely left the show. I love this. I love this. I was so baffled by how angry she got, especially since I tried really hard to phrase this as politely as I could. Yeah, much better than most people would. I even considered that maybe there are reasons beyond my understanding why someone might not be able to sit still during a show and might need to keep their hands busy. Neurodivergence, some sort of recovery, maybe just a cunt.
Other bullshit.
So I really tried to avoid speaking up out of sensitivity, and again, it's why I included the suggestion that maybe she just slide over instead of stopping completely. I realised that knitting is definitely not the most destructive thing a person could do. No, they could bring a fucking air horn to the place and... But, and I couldn't tell if asking her to stop was unreasonable, and maybe I should have just sucked it up. And I thought I was polite about it. I'm still really shocked at how mad she got, and even more shocked that she completely left the show halfway through the set. So, am I the arsehole for asking her to stop knitting or move one seat over?
Shouldn't have sucked it up.
No.
Because that's spaghetti, not wool. You don't want to suck up wool.
Pipe down, cunt, I'm knitting!
Can't you get silent knitting needles? Like, what's with this noisy shit?
Oh, the puppy got scared by your fake air horn noise.
Fuck you, puppy. I don't give a shit.
Brap! I hit a good brap. You knitting again. In Morse code, it says, "Help me, Alex is keeping me captive." You shut the fuck up. So we need to answer this question. Like, you can't go to a concert and make fucking noise. Imagine if you sat there just going...
Yeah, or literally taking a pen and just going like...
Click, 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 click. What is this? Is someone dissing a knitter? They're dissing a knitter, yeah.
Knitter's gonna knit.
Knitter's gonna knit, motherfucker. I'm knitting myself a sweater.
Could he not move away from her? I mean, this is also a good point, actually.
I mean, he could have got past her and gone into the empty seats.
But then they're still close. I mean...
He's not doing anything wrong, though. Why should he move?
It's probably not, a sold-out, knock-down, drag-out Madison Square Garden type affair. There probably were other seats elsewhere, so...
I'm 70% sure the knitter was Tamsin.
I mean, 70% is probably a conservative estimate.
It was me, Austin.
It's a 50-50 chance, really. It's either Tamsin or it wasn't.
Correct. So, can we deploy Tamsin to concerts and film the reaction?
Yes.
Cast him off! Ah, so good. Mwah! So good.
That was a good joke. And you know it was a good joke.
Oh, so good. You can see how happy she was about that. Someone is nicely asking a knitter to clack slightly further away, to be fair. It is reasonable.
It wasn't an unreasonable request.
It was really gently done.
Yes.
And reacted poorly. Fuck this shit! Punched him in the face, stabbed him in the eye with a knitting needle.
Like, it was certainly a more polite question than I would have mustered.
Yes.
It would be, could you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to watch this bullshit folk concert.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Because this is probably some shit like the Shires or something that no one would ever go and see.
Yeah, no one likes that.
But, I mean, I turn around and say, what the fuck? Excuse me, can I just say, what the actual fuck are you doing? What on earth do you think you're fucking doing? What in the wide, wide world of sports do you fucking think you're doing?
The wild, wild world.
Wanna knit into the wild, wild west. Is it possible to knit quietly? Tamsin, I'll fire this one over to you.
Yes, it is. My grandmother used to knit quietly.
Oh man, I'm feeling tired, Jeremy.
That was, one of the best things about my grandmother. She'd knit quietly, and she'd do the crossword loudly.
That's what we need to know about your grandmother.
Yeah.
Your grandmother on your father's side?
No, my mother's side. I never met my grandmother on my father's side. She was dead before I was born. Well, I assume that she knitted like a loud motherfucker, because it balances out like that, doesn't it?
Your grandmother did crosswords loudly?
Yes.
How did that sound?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really followed through on this joke, and I made it up.
Yeah, but like, even so, I can only presume she's like 9 letters.
9 down.
Talking loudly.
The type
8
of
letters.
The type of thing you drink if you were lacking in energy.
9 letters.
9 letters with a space.
9 something, 5 something 4. Can only be horny goat, obviously. God damn, that's energetic. It's like a kilojoule in my mouth, Jeremy.
A kilojoule?
Yes.
I've never used kilojoule used to describe something in your mouth. That's a good description.
Kilojoule a name of.
That's the kind of thing that horny goats should really be getting their wallet out for. That kind of description.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn, that's good. Just imagine what Alex would have done to the loud whistler if he'd have got his hand. Oh shit, the loud whistler. Fuck me, Hannah. I completely forgotten. You're taking me back to the loud whistler.
He's
at
got
Vita.
PTSD.
That fucking guy. Oh god, I can hear him now. So loud. Oh god, I hope somewhere you've fallen into the sea or under a train or something. Oh god, I don't wish death on anybody but you, mate. Oh my god.
You don't want to wish them under a train. That's going.
I don't want to whistle them under.
That's going to cause confusion and delay.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. Now I've become the loud whistler. Oh god.
It wasn't very loud.
Thank god for that. But I was right next to the mic, is all I'm saying. It wasn't as loud as the other one. Break the walls down! If you can hear it at a concert, you've gone to a silent disco by mistake. I see. So you don't think that knitting is... I think if I was next to a knitter, I was pissed off when you were
Yeah,
doing
I mean, he was talking, and obviously he's not a quiet person when he talks, and he could very, very clearly hear my knitting and found it annoying.
I'm going to make it very clear here. Knitting at a concert is obnoxious, and you're a cunt if you do it, and I'm glad that person left. You are not the arsehole, and that is all I have to say on the matter. Now,
Who knew that you could get an ASBO for knitting?
I love you all, and you should all come and join us in DGMS world that Brogan has created and forge a world of our own making together. We hate this world. It's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
But if you come to the blockiest of all worlds in DGMS world, a warm welcome will be waiting for you as you fall off a wall into a puddle or some shit.
And get blown up by a creeper.
Everything is happening there. I literally don't know why you wouldn't be there now. Why are you listening to me? We could all be hanging out, talking, and having a laugh. Yes. And I think that's about all we need to really say. Have you got anything more to say on the matter? Minecraft worlds and stuff like that?
Go block yourself.
Outset.